One of these days, I'm gonna have a cowboy hat. So when that intro's over, I'll be like gyrating in my chair.
Oh, it's funny because I heard
I'm still at 20 seconds,
and I have my laptop going, right, because I was like hitting everyone in the chat because I had to reboot my computer. That was a lot of fun, folks. Sorry for the wait.
Updates.
But Updates. Windows updates. I got everybody in. My camera wouldn't freaking work, and I'm like, God damn it! Do I do this without camera? I was like, okay, let me reboot just to be safe.
You had reboot me here to be on camera, and then you have these two ugly mugs.
Yeah, well, we have to add the third ugly mug to the channel. No.
The goatee, dude. You grow a proper goatee.
What is it with you with facial hair, bro?
He's a trim. My wife is complaining it's getting too scraggly. Welcome back, everybody. It's Thursday Night Throwdown, and I have a very awesome panel tonight. Special guest, Sporking News Podcast. How's it going, Scott?
What's up, my friend? I am a special guest because I can never stay up this late. So I am happy to be here. Finally.
Of course, we have our usual suspect, Culture Casino. Sorry to cut you off, Scott.
No worries. I was just yelling at Steven.
Cut off at any time you want. It's all good.
Like Steven's love life.
Yes. And we also have Steven Walton back.
Hi.
Now, how's it going?
I'm doing well. Scott's up way past his bedtime. I'm interested to see how loopy he's going to get.
No, it's awesome. I'm great, everybody.
I trust everyone had a great Thanksgiving. They stuffed themselves full of turkey.
Wet ass turkey.
Yeah, I'm hurting.
No,
I'm still hurting. I'm extra hurting. I had extra.
Well, how many Thanksgivings was it, Culture? How many Thanksgivings did you have?
Way too many. Yeah, 107. Like I was like Santa Claus going by everybody's house for Thanksgiving today. It was bad news. Finished up with the boss's people, and I'm like rolling out of there. Dude,
how do you keep that figure? How do you keep that stunning figure?
Dude, I have weights.
Oh, he works out too.
He builds
houses.
He uses the filter. He uses that camera filter that just makes him look thinner.
It's the thin me filter.
Yeah.
So I trust everyone had a great happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Thanksgiving.
Yes. on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving. Is that what they're calling it now? On Thanksgiving?
That's what they are calling. YouTube is.
Thanks for creating more division. we appreciate that. It's not like we need unity right now or anything.
Oh, come on.
God.
If they want a unity, they would have done it, 4 years ago. So, just saying.
Yeah, I get.
That's what we need to talk out. We need to talk about that on your other channel. And what is that channel again?
It's the Great Reset.
Tell the folks in the crowd.
I will tell the folks in the fine folks in the crowd. The Great Reset is my other channel. And it's pretty funny. I was working on a video last night, and my video turned into a promo. You like the promo video that you have with the channel?
Yeah.
I was going to go record something, and I got really hung up with like the effects I was doing with Trudeau with the TV. And here it is. It's like 2 a.m. I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm going to get through this article. It's like, I'll just do this as a channel promo, and we'll call it good. And we also have Supreme Heretic. How's it going, Drew? Beware the Drew.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Of all the ball busters that could show up on Thanksgiving, you bring this Filipino in.
Dude, I love this man. I love this.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Brother, happy Thanksgiving.
Hail.
That's a big ass mug of coffee. That's almost the size of your head. You all right?
Yeah, man. I'm in it. I'm in it for the long haul tonight, man.
Oh, look at that.
Me
Scott
too.
with this Crowder mug.
Wow.
Look at that.
I am a mug clubber, bro. I'm a mug. $60. Yeah, dude, it's on discount right now. Mug
you're going to see Scott doing his videos.
Content creator.
You're going to have Scott doing videos in the future wearing a whole bunch of different advertisements like a NASCAR driver thing.
Yeah, he is.
Crowder Cup, drunk 3PO shirt.
Yeah, he's a...
I want to do, you remember Wayne's World when they, we just don't want to sell out, and they have like the Doritos bag and then the Adidas? That's going to be me. That's
Oh, for fuck's sake.
How was Mom's Thanksgiving, Supreme Heretic?
Well, we managed to scrape together a small dinner. I picked up a package of some of those boneless chicken breasts. Picked up like a 3-pack of that and bag of potatoes, and we wound up having baked chicken breast and some mashed potatoes and gravy for supper. So
nice,
awesome.
Mashed potatoes, man.
Oh,
yeah.
Culture Casino went from house to house to house, eating everybody's dinner. Like he just like it was a
he owned the place.
Buffet. Like he owned the whole street. Like,
yeah, man. It was a small thing, but it was nice. Because honestly, at this point, I'm just thankful to have the time together with Mom.
Absolutely,
and that's the most important thing because who knows how many of these we're going to have left together. So
yeah, that's rough, man. But I'm
with
glad you guys
anyone,
had a good time.
Yeah. That's with anyone. So enjoy the moment. Enjoy the people you're with.
Yeah, very true.
Eat the hell out of it.
we only went to one place. We went to my wife's cousins, and they don't live very far from us. I mean, we literally live in the same neighborhood, so it's not very far.
Were you wearing masks at dinner?
No, fuck no.
Were you being safe? Are you protecting the world, comics?
God, they actually implemented a curfew here, so there's a 10 p.m. curfew.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, same here.
It's just like fucking. What is this doing to help stop the spread of COVID? It's so retarded. It's more authoritarian measures that are getting put into place.
Yes. You shall be home by 10 o'clock on the Thanksgiving Eve, or we will punish you. That's what it is.
Yeah. Just remember, folks, if you don't join the party, they'll come get you.
I really want to just one of these times send a message to friggin' Mike DeWine on Facebook or something, the governor here, and just tell him, Mike, it's 10 o'clock. I'm about to go out for a booty call, bitch.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, Governor Wheels here. He basically he's not doing lockdown again, which is good. So all the leftists are freaking out about that. And but the city I'm in, they're the ones that are doing the curfew. So.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's like dumb. Culture. You got Culture Casino who goes to 1,000 houses. Like Dr. Fauci, somewhere in the distance, you can hear him crying because Culture is just saying, screw it. And I love it.
Well, back in the day, I mean, we legit went to at least 4 or 5 Thanksgivings, every freaking year. Man. So I mean, that's been reduced a little bit, but this year was especially difficult because you had to space out and everything else. And of course, because of what my brother does, there's extra paranoia at that particular Thanksgiving and all of that, and it's just, you get to that last one where everybody's hair's down and you're not worried about anything. And I went bananas. I ate all the food. I ate everybody else's food. I went and got the kids' food. I ate all the food. So I want to go to take a nap.
Well, I'm surprised you made it.
Well, honestly, the other thing about today is, one thing that hasn't changed is, reflecting on the things that we're thankful for. And I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I am thankful for the friendships that we all have. I hope that you guys understand from a friend standpoint that I do cherish you and consider you a gift in my life, and I'm very thankful for you, and I appreciate the support and being there for me in a lot of times, in the times that are tough, the times that are joyous. I couldn't think of any better gentleman to spend this evening with. And also the chat, I'm thankful for everyone in this community and, those of you that have reached out to just, from asking how the day's going to just checking up on how my mom's doing, how I'm doing. and I can't thank each and every person out there enough. You guys are the best community on YouTube, best chat on YouTube, and without you, there is no us. So thank you much. But yeah, I cherish you guys as friends, and I always will.
Hail to that, brother.
Well, Drew, thanks for being here, man. I know you got a lot going on. I enjoy hanging out with you. You're a super cool dude. Everybody here is pretty awesome. I have a lot to be thankful for as well. Life has been going pretty smooth. The whole COVID thing hasn't really impacted me as much as some people out there. So I'm very thankful being in the position where I'm at. I couldn't ask for a better group of friends to hang out with on a Thursday for sure. So yeah, I mean, it's, life could be a lot worse. I mean, I've definitely had some rough patches. Things are going smooth now, and knock on wood, it stays that way. So hopefully the world won't go insane. That's the thing I'm very hopeful for, and will definitely be thankful for if it doesn't go insane. But we'll save that for another conversation. It's a little bit of optimism, but yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know, man. Some of the stuff that's dropping after that hearing yesterday is pretty crazy, man. They found a lot of shit.
Yeah, but
the avenue is closing though.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So we shall see how things end up, but. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Have you guys been keeping up with the rumors of the Obi-Wan show?
Oh yeah.
Oh god, yeah. We talked about that on Bounding Live, and it's just laughable. Are they going? They're going to irrevocably ruin the character of Obi-Wan.
Oh God!
If it isn't already ruined. But let's not even get started on the lore problems that it causes, because it's like, okay, well, he was tasked with looking after it being, kind of Luke's guardian angel on Tatooine. But you're going to tell me the guy's like, well, I'm going to just forget about all that and gallivant around the galaxy. This baby's fine.
He did in the EU. He did. There are some stories.
There's some stories, but
it is Disney Star Wars. We can't trust Disney Star Wars. You know what they're going to end up saying? They'll say something crazy off the wall that we wouldn't expect. Like Obi-Wan and Uncle Lars had a failed homosexual relationship, and that's what led to the distrust between the family and him.
Right.
That'd
be such a good story.
They would do that. Real quick before we get too deeply into it. Oh, look at that. Culture Casino whips out his lightsaber.
Whip it out.
All right, I want to get the super chat real quick from Fat Steven Seagal. Beat up Newsom for $2 $2.
He has the best names.
The turkey enema wasn't as successful as the coffee.
It was a bit chunky.
What the South Park episode where they were eating in reverse? What the hell was that called? Remember?
Oh God, yeah. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, Stan's dad sat on that turkey. Ugh.
Yeah, that was funny.
Old South Park was good.
I like what Heather Heard What says. Good Lord, what did I just tune into?
Oh, you have no idea when you get this group together.
Some very toxic men, I promise.
Sorry, Heather. All right, so this is coming from comicbook.com, and this is great. Okay, so. One of the rumors I saw floating around on Twitter, and it's like I didn't really buy into it. It's like, oh, okay, someone's out there trolling. And it turns out it actually is the case because you have comicbook.com reporting on it. So Obi-Wan is going to get a co-star, and of course, it's going to be a female POC.
Of course.
That's what's happening these days. It has to be.
To be fair,
it has to be.
The chicks that they're considering are pretty fairly hot.
Yeah, they are. They are. Well, we'll pull up the Illuminati article in a second. Actually, we'll just pull it up because it's the one that really kind of reported on it.
Yeah, what that
so basically, they put this casting call for this character named Riley, also known as Eve, who is female, 2025, the co-lead of the Obi-Wan series.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So the story's going to be about her.
Yes, exactly. I made a joke about this when I think it was early in the year, maybe last year, when we were talking about Obi-Wan on Friday Night Tights. And he's like, Gary asked me, he's like, what do you think? I was like, it's going to be a female leading him around by his nose.
Probably. Right. And it should be called OB2 then, because she's going to be the more powerful, the more assertive, the more sure, like we're going to find out the story is she's the one who really protected Luke.
Right.
The whole time.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't say that, Scott. You're giving me ideas.
Remember I said that here today.
Okay, I will. You were probably correct. So this character of Riley is a female BIPOC whose character's details are being kept under wraps because she's going to be the real lead of the Obi-Wan series.
Well, I don't understand the acronym. I haven't seen it.
BIPOC is Black, Indigenous, Person of Color.
Yeah.
Where are they indigenous from? Because you could be indigenous in a lot of places.
Mars.
I was born somewhere. I'm indigenous to that place. So
okay. Hang on, guys. Let's get through these characters first.
Sorry.
Okay. So the next one is Tia, female, 30s, supporting BIPOC. We have Harold.
That sounds like a cyborg.
Yeah, male, late 20s, 20s to 30s, supporting quirky comedian male.
Fat white guy.
Please tell me that these are placeholder names because Harold.
I think they are.
Star Wars. Bella. What the hell?
Bella, female, 40s, supporting Latinx.
Latinx. What is that?
Well, it's a name that Hispanic people don't use. But a bunch of white people do. They for some reason like.
And that's not
Latinx.
Racist at all for a bunch of white people to get together and then call another group of people uniformly something when everything in their language has a masculine and a feminine connotation to it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the reason why they have the X, right? Is because Latino, Latina.
It's a binary language.
We were. Me and Spencer and Don were making the joke last night because we're all of Asian descent to some degree. And
didn't we get kicked out of the people of color?
Yeah,
yes.
And we were making the joke last night. Yeah, we are now probably Asian X. That's our thing. And when I came in here, Deviant Porg's like, "What up, Philippine X?"
Philippine X.
I would just call you Asian adjacent.
I don't know, man.
White adjacent.
White Asian light. White adjacent. There we go.
White adjacent.
Latte Asian, right? Latte.
Yeah. Well, no. They it's like I said. I guess I don't have a community. They kicked us out of the people of color, and obviously, we're not white, so it's like, well. We're just thrown out to the void apparently because we're not in the cool club.
Yeah. All right, let me get some super chats real quick. Crazy Cat Guy for 3 American greenbacks sends us a fox that says. What does
the fox say?
What does the fox say?
What does the fox says?
I can't speak tonight, folks. That's nothing new. It says, "How's it going?"
How's it going?
How's it going? I can't fucking talk. That's how's it going? We have Comics Chat for $4.99. What's up, comics? Should I say stay up till 3 with my fingers crossed? It's not another D minus. We're talking about Mandalorian here, or just wait till tomorrow. I am in a conflict. It's up to you, man. I mean, if you are wanting to go and stay up and watch Mandalorian, I say watch the show and hang out with us till it drops and go watch it.
Comic Chat.
I don't have to work tomorrow, so I can stay up all night and watch it.
Comic Chat. If you're in the chat, let me know if you've liked this or not, because it sounds like you haven't, and I'd just be interested.
He didn't. Danny didn't like last week's episode,
right? But he likes the show. He hated last week's episode.
Really?
Yeah. And Danny has been one of the most positive people when it comes to our fandom.
Does he have a channel?
Yeah.
Oh,
Danny,
Danny?
Scott.
Yeah, you know Danny.
Do I? I might. I don't know. I just want to make sure I'm still subbed
Danny's a
because
great
YouTube
guy.
purged a bunch of
awesome.
subs off me today for no reason whatsoever.
Everybody got hit today. Everybody.
Can one of y'all guys drop a link in the private chat for me?
Well, you know the thing is I was just talking with Wes Moody earlier. I was like Wes, we should do a like watch party / reaction for this episode. So I don't know if we're going to make that happen or not, but I planted the bug in Wes's ear, so we'll see if that happens. So if we do, maybe later, guys, check out Wes Moody's channel. We might be on there for a watch party and reaction for this episode when it goes live.
He's Moody.
Who are these girls? I know them from.
Yeah, these are all the females that are kind of in the running for this this lead character.
Dude, Naomi Scott,
they're all very attractive women.
Yeah, they are.
Naomi Scott does it though. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
She does, bro. She does.
I said this the other day on my channel. I said, look, listen, idiots. You give us this picture and say one of these might be the lead for the new blah blah blah. Don't enter it with
co-lead.
Well, come on, it's Disney Star Wars.
Well,
for the new Star Wars series, and you don't mention the BIPOC this or the that or you don't virtue signal at all. You just give me these 3 beautiful actresses, and maybe I'd be like, all right, right. But I don't need all that extra stuff.
Here's one of my issues with it is like, okay, we're dealing with the fictional universe. There's no such thing as Latinx. Okay,
right?
Yeah, there's no such thing as white people. There's no Americans. There's no Europeans. I mean, yeah, it's like this. It's just people, okay?
Well, by definition, it's diversity.
Yeah, exactly. It really is. It's like, and I always like the idea of the fact that they use like the British accent as high basic. I always thought that was pretty cool. But for the most part, those kind of accents, there is no England. There's no Spain. There's no South America. There is no Europe. There's no China. But yet we have all these diverse people out there because of, that's just how the universe is. And that's totally cool.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's how,
but yeah, just put out a casting call. Okay. The lead doesn't need to be white. He doesn't have to be, put out a casting call.
Best actor.
Yeah. That's all you got to do. But the fact that they're narrowing it down, it's kind of dumb. I understand if you have a certain vision in mind, obviously it makes sense why you want to cast certain people. Like if you're doing Aladdin, makes sense why you want to.
Yeah, if you're doing Amistad, if you're doing the Amistad, yes, you get very definite with your request. But this is, like you just said, a galaxy. It could be anyone. They could paint this person green. We don't know. It's just it's the idea of like putting it out there that look at us. We're virtue signaling. We're in the cool kids table. Someone said it in your chat. If this is the cool kids table, I want to sit with the lame kids. Where are they? Because I'm so sick of it, man.
Oh yeah,
it's pretty dumb.
I'm over all that stuff. It's like just give me hot women. I mean, that's all I want. Just give me some hot eye candy. I'm good.
Yeah,
make it a big thing about just make it a good character.
Hey, first and foremost. Steven, you know, bro. One thing is, it's no disrespect to these ladies. I guess I'm a little bit biased because of my BSG fandom. But
where's the Drew? Right, go ahead.
Candace McClure would be Candace. Like, oh god, man.
Sign me up for that too.
Candace still looks good.
You got Candace McClure. Who did Candace McClure play?
She was Anastasia Dwala.
Oh yeah.
I am totally drawing a blank.
Black chick, light eyes.
Her. Yeah. Yeah, she is
very that exotic look. I mean, in fact, like I said,
Caribbean kind of look.
But if I were picking, like I said, from these 3 characters, just if I were a casting director trying to look for that particular kind of, I am maybe a Jedi kind of person. I think Naomi Scott would be number 1.
Yeah, she
Thuso Biebdu. I cannot say her name. I apologize. Biedu. I know how to say it.
Let it go.
I know.
Like,
anyway, I think she'd be a number 2 choice, and then and Nula would probably be my third. But if these are who I'm choosing to be a co-lead.
Okay. So if I, from a writing standpoint, I would think that if they're going to do this, is going to be a co-lead. Then we're going to see 2 stories, one that starts out somewhere in the Empire or the Rebellion that goes eventually to Tatooine, and that's going to be this person to seek out Obi-Wan.
Here's kind of my issue with it. Even if they are picking another Jedi, and he's like training this Jedi, it's like I feel it really kind of undermines the Luke story at this point. It made sense for them.
It's already been undermined.
I know.
Ooh,
it undermines it more.
I would actually, if you want to spin it in something that would make sense, have the female start off, as Stephen was just alluding to, as like a Sith. As a Sith.
Sith. I wasn't going there.
And she goes and is hunting, Jedi. She goes after. She's specifically tasked with hunting down Obi-Wan Kenobi, and then he turns her, and she becomes
his apprentice.
His apprentice.
Yeah.
No, what it's going to be is he's been there for a little while. It's because it's about. I mean, at the age he is, it's 5 years before like A New Hope.
He's descended into a loser, toxic old white man.
That's what I'm going there.
I know.
Descends into like this bitterness of being alone, and she comes and revives his belief in the Force and belief in Luke being the blah 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 blah. Absolutely. That's all you got to know. Just make sure she's hot, and I'll watch it. But God,
it seems like they're trying to tell us, based on Scott's thoughts on this, that no man can be successful without a female behind him, pushing him, nagging him, or dragging him around by the nose.
We don't know that, but we can infer it from what we've seen of them, from what we've seen from that creative team over there, with the exception of the Mandalorian, I think, because it's from what we understand, it's isolated from every other project. But this is the narrative that we've seen, that we've read from quotes that people that work there, Kathleen Kennedy herself, in the direction of the company, the way they presented all their creative materials, a certain point of view, I'll say it right, that last book that took 40 writers to put together side characters to try and functionally change the entire universe by seeing it through these background characters. That really just fundamentally changes the view of the Star Wars universe incrementally from many different perspectives, saying it wasn't like this, the main story. It was actually weird and gay out here.
Well, but Steven, look, they're going to do to Obi-Wan what they've done to this Mandalorian show. The Mandalorian is not the star of his show. It is Baby Yoda. It's all the supporting actors. You judge a show by how good. No, but come on, don't go there. But you judge the episode a lot by how the character actors, the guest appearing actors, actually are doing. And if they're not having a good show, or if it's not enough of a connection between them and the Mandalorian, the show sucks. They drive it. Cara Dune drives it. Frog Lady drives it. It's not the Mandalorian. He just barely talks, not the real guy in the damn suit. So I can tell that, and it pisses me off every time I look at it.
You really said
okay, hang on. There's some super chats I want to get through, because Danny brings up something which I want to talk about too, which I think is kind of a cool idea. Nano Reaper for $2. There's no such thing as Latinx.
This is true.
I agree.
No, yeah,
but I read it.
Holly hates that. Holly, there's so many people hate that, man. I just hate it.
Yeah, a lot of them do. They think it's dumb. Nikki D for 5 American greenbacks. I just like that. My interest in this show has disappeared. Tokenism at its finest.
Nikki D, that's it, right? Once you get even the stench of woke coming off of anything, it immediately turns you off.
Okay, so Danny, or Comics Chat Danny, $2.99. It hurts my soul to give it a D-. The show is great. Yeah, dude, I get it, man. There's with any show, with any series,
you're gonna have good and bad.
You're gonna have good and bad. You're not gonna be able to love everything, and I get it, dude. I know you really enjoy the show too. But this is something that he brings up, which I think is pretty cool. So Comic Chat for $1.99. Bring back Mace Windu.
Yes,
I actually like that idea, because that would make sense, where you could actually pair him up with another Force sensitive and have him teach this young lady, the Force and whatnot. It has nothing to do with the main continuity. It could be its own story, independent of the Skywalker stuff.
Well,
and that totally makes sense. And I think that is a great idea, but they probably won't do it. I personally think Windu could have survived the whole ordeal too. Yeah, I actually brought him back in my tabletop game when I was doing Star Wars.
Well, there's also a myriad of different Jedi that you could use that were very criminally underused. Mm-hmm. Like technically you could use Shakti.
She technically was not
killed.
The only
one is only the female ones, right? Shakti, Sokatana. That's it. That's the only one that's alive.
You could use. It's not even a Jedi. You could use somebody like Adigalia, but there's a lot of options that they had. They don't have to make it ham-fisted and shoehorn this stuff in. The story can write itself if you just look within the lore. There's so much available to you.
Culture, you want to go first before I go in? I know you were trying to say something.
No, I'm trying. Mostly, I'm trying not to laugh. But I mean, if I were gonna write out the story based on what Comics Division said, I would start basically that character out as like Mace Windu is like the finishing school for her character, right? Mm-hmm. Just the polishing of the next Jedi Knight, right? So we get to see her advancement from Padawan to actual Jedi, and then she ventures off in search of her Padawan in support of what Obi-Wan's doing. But you guys are asking too much from the show because
I understand that
because it's not going to be what you think it is. It's I'm just.
I know we're thinking like Star Wars.
I still think the idea that Steven had was awesome. I think she should start off as like a Inquisitor, and be chasing after him. And then
Inquisitor definitely that would be cool.
And then when they have a showdown, they have a duel. He notices like, man, your potential is there, but you're really raw if you give up your hate.
You're taking the Mara Jade story though, like
but
that's all you're retelling.
But it still fits.
Emperor's hand.
But
Emperor's hand, man.
If they're not going to use Mara Jade, then do this.
See, and
fiery redhead.
But I agree. Sorry. So Small Time says in the chat, and this is brilliantly said. I think bringing back dead characters cheapens their original death scenes. Maul and Palpatine are the best examples of that. But you could say that if Filoni is the person that just above all else just doesn't let things die. For as much as they're telling the fans, kill the past, or forget the past, kill it if you have to, whatever. They're the ones that bring back these characters that should no longer be with us. Bringing back Maul, even though he was a wasted character, thank you, George, to begin with from the first, from episode 1, bringing that character back, in the expanded universe, I think was not good. I think admit you made a mistake with the character and craft another character that's similar with the same kind of intensity and
he had to have menace. Dooku. He had to have Dooku. He needed Dooku for his political ties and his knowledge of the political system of the galaxy. So what would have happened with Darth Maul if you kept him? I know he's had multiple not one is his Sith apprentice, one is not, and was, technically you would have to make Maul not or Dooku not a Sith apprentice,
Yeah. Real quick, I want to get Mutant Ben Hammer's comment because this is actually really good. Attaching all the stories in the 70-year period around Skywalker
movies.
Movies. All 6 of them. Is really holding Star Wars back. We need something more like KOTOR.
Go back. Dude, KOTOR was beautiful, and we're going to get what Gary calls the Let's Get High Republic, and that's going to be, no war Star Wars with dinosaurs, guys. Are you excited?
Dinosaurs. I am for dinosaurs.
Man.
I'm for dinosaurs too, but not in Star Wars. I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
We've
like a transformer dinosaur.
Like they technically have had dinosaur-like creatures already in Star Wars.
Yes,
they're basically like sentient velociraptors, which was pretty cool. I don't remember the name of the species. Actually, they are dinosaurs. Now I think about it, because they have like a T-Rex and a Triceratops one too.
And we've had
platypi. We've had platypi as well.
How have we?
Are you guys familiar with what the squibs are in Star Wars? Yeah. Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. No.
Okay.
Squib.
I've heard.
I just went total like Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're like space squirrels that are junkers. They basically have like these broken down ships, and they follow around the Empire, and they like collect the junk. Yeah, they're considered to be vermin by the Empire.
Right. That's so funny. True. Like when Han falls into the dump, that's what they pick up. Right. That's that group of characters you're talking about. Like when the Empire's about when Han not Han, that really
I know you're talking. No,
when the ship peeled off of the of the Empire ship and they went into the junk, they pick up that junk, right?
Yeah, essentially. But that wasn't. I don't think that was a squib ship. Squib was invented. The squibs were invented by West End Games, so that's
right.
Anyway, let me get the super chats real quick. So, Mr. Tickle Trunks for $5 Canadian. Remember the day when we didn't care what people look like? God, I really miss those days. Cosby Show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air were #1 shows on TV, and race never came up. It was normal.
No. We spent the better part of 12 years trying to get rid of that barrier, and we did a very effective job. And then we had 2 decades worth of television that flies in the face of everything these people claim. And then we have now.
I'm so grateful I grew up in the 90s.
Yeah, same here. Comic Chat for $4.99. He could be the season-ending cliffhanger. He has #2 in the order. He makes sense. He would know where Yoda is from. So why bring Baby Yoda to him?
Yeah, why
not bring Baby Yoda to him? Well, here's the thing. Also, here's my actual case for Mace Windu still being alive. All you saw was him being blasted out a window with Force lightning. Mm-hmm. Okay, you can survive that. Hands down, he's a Jedi. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, and honestly, I don't think he would have made it to the post Return of the Jedi era. I think if Mace had survived, he would have recouped, and the first thing he would have done was sought to destroy the Sith. That would have been his mission. He would have got he could have got a fake hand, and he was his Force affinity was I forget the name of it, but he could not use dark side energy, but he could channel dark side energy. He could tap into it, and that's what helped him during that fight with Palpatine. So. If he were to train anybody, I think they would be under the. He would train them as a warrior and using that exact style, his style, and it could be an interesting story.
It could be a wonderful one. But it would have Sam to end with motherfucking a fall. Jackson too. So I'd love to see him.
It would have to end with a fall of some kind.
It would. Eventually he would have to end up getting gacked. But I like the idea because first off, he was so underused, right?
He's great. Yes, he's one of the best things about it.
Yeah. When I heard that they were casting him to play a Jedi, I was like, that could be fucking cool.
No.
Hey, I was a little nervous. Which one? The one that says bad motherfucker on it.
They really dropped the ball, because in the OT, they brought in a black guy, and he was great. He was a swindler. He was a part of the second movie, the third movie. He was there, destroyed the second Death Star. Billy D. Williams, man. Lando Calrissian was cool. And then we had Sam Jackson. Just another cool dude. You want to bring in someone and that wasn't really representation. It was just, hey, we're going to put this person in here and make it naturally more diverse, because it would be. And he was great. It's one of the favorite characters. And then poor John Boyega gets Finn. Yeah. And Finn is an awful, wasted, terrible, tragic. Ray! He's an awful character.
Could have been the best.
That's what he has to look forward to. Like, that's
could have been the best.
Woke
it could have been the best character, dude. Could have been the best.
John
could have been.
He could have been if he should have been a Jedi. Like in the sequel trilogy could have been something good. So woke entertainment sucks, and they all end up failing at what they say they're trying to do in the first place, because their emphasis is always on identity politics.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
you can't let the character just be.
Did we literally
Lando Calrissian wasn't special because he was black. Mace Windu wasn't special because he was black. They were just badass characters who happened to be black. And
Can
then
we literally get through 3 sentences of this article, though.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I mean, there really isn't a whole lot to it. It just kind of lists the whole thing with the casting and whatnot. Audiences will recognize Naomi Scott as Princess Jasmine in Disney's live-action Aladdin. I swear to God that she also was in that show Powerless, but maybe not. I have to look that up. Kim Hart, the Pink Ranger in Power Rangers, and Elena Hoagland in Charlie's Angels. Okay, yeah, I know what they're talking about.
These are pretty women, you know?
Yeah. She would be the actress with the highest profile to secure the Riley role if Lucasfilm so chooses. God, I'm not going to try and say this lady's name.
You can do it. Denounce white supremacy first.
I denounce author Stephen Walton.
Yeah, there you go.
Thurso Medebu. She's South African actress who is nominated for an International Emmy Award for her role in, I have no idea what that word is. Sorry, folks. And will soon star in Barry Jenkins, never heard that, limited series, The Underground Railroad on Amazon Video. Anula, God, that's a really, my dyslexic brain's not going to be able to process that. Is a relatively unknown who recently graduated from Yale School of Drama.
Oh, she's qualified.
Yeah. Let's see. Who could these ladies be playing? It's hard to say, considering the airtight secrecy surrounding the project. Owen Kenobi has well-documented past connections with the Mandalorians and Duchess Satine. So perhaps another Mandalorian warrior. No, please don't go there. Please don't.
That's not going to be Twilight dancers.
Well, they should.
Yeah,
but you know what's funny is that's another thing. I hope to God they're not bringing in one of these women to try and eventually make her a love interest, or if they put a love interest in there because of the fact that it was pretty much an understood thing that when Satine got killed, Obi-Wan was just done with love. He's like,
look, man, the
love of his life got killed. He's done.
This poor guy just lost all his friends. He's trapped on a dirty ass, dry ass planet. You know, as I said, let the man have love interest. I could let him get some chocolate. Let that happen. I'm okay with that.
Well, he's supposed to be like. First off, Steven, the dude's supposed to be like in his 50s at this point. There's no way they're gonna let him shag him.
He uses the Force. No, he uses the. All right.
Don't use the Force to J.O.
The Force? What?
don't use the Force to J.O.
That's not okay, bro.
Yeah, that's like using a Mickey, like you're Mickeying somebody.
Dude, you're going straight up Cosby for that. We're back with that, man.
Y'all went with a different force power.
You gonna buy?
I'm talking about force push, force pull.
Dude, if I'm going to denounce anything, it's a denouncing using force. I'm just saying.
Right.
What do you think I denounced author Stephen Walton earlier?
I was slow to the party. Apparently, I got to denounce him too.
Because we know what Obi-Wan's like special talent was. It's his mind control, Steven, not the force push scrap. So you're saying what you were saying is like that was a great lay, or you want to sleep with me. He's just going after dumb chicks.
Awful.
That is messed up.
That's where your mind went. You guys are awful.
Directly.
Where our mind went, dude. That was not a long leap from what you said, my man. I mean, we took you for your word.
So what he's getting at is that he's pulling a Purple Man from Jessica Jones.
Yes.
Anyway, let me finish this off real quick. Or maybe Riley is a Jedi survivor of Order 66 who finds Obi-Wan. This is all complete conjecture, but it's fun to speculate. I agree, it's fun to speculate.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Anyway, let me grab some of these super chats real quick. $4.99. Shatterpoint is what is called is what is called. Fucking can't reach tonight. Shatterpoint is what is called, and he can sense individuals' weaknesses and turn it against them. He fights in a style called Vapod. Yes.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. I should have brought Vapod up earlier, but yeah.
Yeah.
That is the unique style that he developed himself, which is pretty awesome.
It's badass.
Yeah, dude. It's Jeet Kune Do, man.
Yeah. Let's see here. Terminus for $2 for sex ? So Riley will feel Obi-Wan's foreskin.
Wow, Terminus, welcome to the chat, my man.
Yeah, welcome here, brother. Hail, brother.
Terminus, man.
Yeah, Steven.
Right,
Bruce Lee actually invented a fighting style. It was called Jeet Kune Do. Right. Yeah.
Hey,
so
Danny, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you on Sunday. Take care, man. You have a good evening.
Peace,
good to see you, Danny. Love you, man.
No, you missed. Did you get that $10 one?
No, I'm pulling it up right now. I just wanted to say goodbye to
Tickle Trunk likes comics because they have almost the same kind of facial hair. So that's
yeah, dude, I love that. A nice, cool goatee. See, and that's the problem. If you scuba dive, so you gotta get rid of this, man. You gotta have a nice, tight goatee. You gotta shave under your nose real tight to get a good seal, right? And then you cannot have the long, like Terminator X goatee that comics is working on now because it doesn't fit in the mask.
Yeah, I got.
I'm kidding. You can have anything you want. The mask is up here. I'm just
You
guys are like,
Listen, Tickle Trunk for 10 Canadian pesos. Imagine if Finn was a real character. Yeah, I think a lot of us kind of imagine that. Literally shooting at people he used to know. Inner turmoil and character growth. Yeah, dude, that can't be hard, right?
That should have been worked on.
Tragic life, but learn to be an individual. He would have been a fan. He would have been a fan of favorite. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
absolutely. Because and I've talked about this a lot, Tickle Trunk, with even when they alluded to the fact in Troz that finally, Finn has Force affinity, right? So the thing is that if they would have explored that sooner. I mean, imagine the layers of this guy, going through. Former stormtrooper, has to fight against people he served with, and then he's completely invested in the new rebellion. So what happens is finds out he has Force affinity, and then he moves on to the plane and the struggles of being, a Jedi, and it would have been amazing. Yeah, fans would have embraced it. As it is, everybody, was enjoying Boyega, especially when he was on fire on Twitter, and Boyega was likable. He's a likable actor. That's a likable young man, and
he's got some positions I don't necessarily agree with, but he's
but that's
you were just talking about using Force, Steven. So I don't want to hear about anything regarding positions.
And you could have took also the relationship with Poe and Finn could have been a really cool dichotomy because you got Poe who's just a wildcat who does plays by his own rules.
I like
and
Poe.
Then you have right, but don't get me wrong. And then you have Finn, who is this structured, raised in the Empire. Like the two of them could have grown.
Yeah. They could have collided completely because of the fact that there's like I won't say personality wise, but they're the complete opposites. One's the wild card. One's very by the book, by the rules. They could have added a lot more to Finn,
but they couldn't have that conflict because then you would have had other storylines that weren't Rey. So you can't do that. You can't create
or the casino.
You can't create any characters with depth because it competes with Rey, who's plank of wood, and it was really, really, really evident in the second and third film that they wanted nothing to do with any character that could overshadow her.
And that's
she was so weak as a character, not as a person. Again, I'm not attacking Daisy Ridley. I'm just saying that character was written so poorly with so little There was no story to her. I mean, honestly, I know you simp for her, dude, but I'm just saying.
No,
don't hate
anybody, any Hollywood creative that wouldn't have had their mind clouded with SJW bullshit, and
there's something I forgot to bring up for the article.
Sense. All right, real quick, comics. Let me.
All right, yeah, sorry guys.
But the thing is you could have taken that whole dynamic between Poe and Finn. You had a complete buddy cop dynamic there. That you could print money with that.
Well, they could have had like a Legolas and Gimli relationship.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Steven. Yes.
So
doesn't he look like Gimli?
What's that?
Steven looks like Gimli.
Oh, come on. All right. So this is something that we need to be very much so aware of, and we already know where this is going. Because it's going to be produced by Kathleen Kennedy, and then Carrie Beck. I have no idea who Carrie Beck is, and then Deborah Chow. So Deborah Chow is still set to direct. I think she is a great pick for director. But the fact that we have Kathleen Kennedy attached to it, we all know how this is going to go.
Yeah. Well, and that's the problem, is because she still has her name on attached projects. This is why the rumor, and I've been hearing this now for a little bit, for a couple weeks, and that Doomcock's not stretching too far out of the realm of possibility that we still have her, regardless of whether or not she's running Lucasfilm, she's still ruining at least 3 more projects. So
pretty much.
Yeah. So it's just, fortunately, this one and the Boba Fett thing, that if it moves forward any farther than it already has, it will head to production. Those are both limited series, so they're short production. Quick. Yeah.
I got a question for you, because you seem to know about it better than most.
A little bit.
No, you do. But with Kathleen Kennedy, almost one of the only blessings from having the COVID pandemic is that it slowed down her process of destroying films.
Oh, absolutely.
At least being released.
No, I mean, even production. I mean, if it wasn't for Favreau and ILM, we wouldn't have the means of production we do now. Now, I'm doing a deep dive video that's going to explain everything for anything that's ever going to be made going forward in the future for the people that are members on my channel. And I'm going to hold that in reserve for a couple of 3 months, and then I'll release it out into the wild, because it's going to be a really long one. I don't do long videos, but I'm going to try to explain what's happening, how things are going to move forward in the future, and how that's going to cost jobs and revenue, and also help remove celebrities. So be excited about that part at least. But there's, like I said, I mean, there's a lot coming down the pipe as far as Lucasfilm goes. One of those things is not Indiana Jones. So
I guess that's a good thing. All right, let me grab these super chats real quick. Culture Casino for $1.49. He sends a very phallic unicorn. Of course, it would not be a stream without the very phallic unicorn from Culture Casino. Jason C for $1.49 sends a very phallic unicorn as well. And Toxic Man Flu, who is always on point here. Broke back Poe Dameron ? I can't quit, you fan.
That would have been awesome. Because that would have given Steven exactly what he wanted. Everything he ever wanted. From a certain point of view.
And
this man would have enjoyed it.
Of view.
That's right.
Or a certain port to screw, I guess would be the
yes, exactly.
Yeah. Steven has a hashtag.
Port.
Disney Star Wars is Steven.
Butt sex.
Thank you very much.
Say that again, Steven.
Yes, please.
Disney Star Wars is butt sex.
Hashtag.
I don't know. It kind of tripped me out a little bit.
Oh, dude, I still am reaching back in that book going, I cannot believe they let this story go in there. It is the worst kind of fan fiction YA stuff that I had ever seen in my life. And every single element of that book is. And if you think about this, these people are also involved in the Let's Get High Republic. So you know what we're going to get there?
Butt sex.
Garbage. Shit. And the problem with the past now, going into the past, because I would have gone with the KOTOR route too. But the problem with the past is what is the same thing with Game of Thrones. It's all going to lead up to the final story that sucks. Mm-hmm. So like, you know what? Go 1,000 years ahead of Ray. and tell me what's going on, because I know everything from the history is going to lead up to her, and I'm sick of it. She's
then
the end all be all.
Then 1,000 generations of Rey would be getting into somebody by that point.
Oh, okay.
Indeed. Service asks for $2. How about from a certain porn of you?
There you go.
Oh, come on, man. He's on the panel. I don't know why you're giving me money. Drew. Love this chat and panel. Thank you, Drew.
You're a good man,
writers got together and just decided. They just stood around. What are we going to write about? Well, let's tell stories. And they came up with ideas and they pitched them to one another, naked, while talking about each other's genitals. That's how it must have come together.
Eating tofu.
And here's the thing. They've turned Star Wars into the equivalent of ladies sitting at tea time talking about their friends and their feelings. And that's what
they turned Star Wars into. I mean, Star Trek into.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. That's their goal, is to make everything, sit and talk about your feelings show. Mm-hmm. And I tell you what, do you know one thing I don't stop and watch when I walk past it in a lounge or in a waiting room or at the airport? You know what I don't watch? The View. I don't stop to watch that. I don't stop to watch Ellen DeGeneres even when Big Mike's on, because swinging the roll of quarters around. That is not for me. That's not the television that I want to watch. So, when you start to put this into films, you've lost somebody who wants to see an actual piece of entertainment. I don't want to hear, how Ray feels about, the color of the freaking B-wing that, Rose Tico's going to fly, and, whatever. I don't give two shits.
God.
She loves, you know what Ray loves? Sensitive. Sand. She loves sand. She's
sand.
Not a sand hater.
Oh man, this is great. Man. Captain Spire for $5 armadillo dollars. You're all wrong. See, Mikey Spock will Red Angel into the Star Wars universe and give Big Kenobi the Force. Then the Jody Doctor will teach him how to use it.
Oh god!
And all along the sonic screwdriver was really just a lightsaber in disguise. So there you go.
Indeed.
Oh, can we go?
What's up, Raquel?
Oh, Raquel's there.
Hey, Raquel.
Comics. Can we go back to that picture of Obi-Wan holding the thing like the lightsaber like a conductor, and it's kind of a little limp wristed. He's like, "Ole!" I was like, if I flashed back to Zorro the Gay Blade.
Yes.
Ole!
This move, whatever that was.
Toxic Man flew for $2. The Force is female. May the douche be with you.
Oh my god!
May the douche be with you. May the douche be with you. That's great. That's great.
Terrible, man. Toxic.
DMF. Dude, oh my god! You get him in here along with the Fandom Menace himself, and boy, my god, we'd be done. We wouldn't have to do anything.
Especially with Terminus.
Oh god, yeah, I know. It's just like this group of amazement.
Willie Woodford too is pretty good.
Every once in a while,
there's a lot of good comments going on.
You guys are great. You guys are wonderful. Seriously. I love all of you.
God. All right, you guys ready for the next topic?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Did we finish this one?
I don't know. It only took an hour.
Really?
Okay. This is fantastic. It's so just some guy covered this, and now there's a article from Bellina Comics about it. Disney Plus adds disclaimer to the episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, apologizing for negative depictions of Japanese characters.
Oh my god!
What?
Okay, so all right, there's this character in Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. He's Japanese and he speaks very broken English. And if you've ever met someone from Japan who learn English as a second language, they basically talk like this character. And of course, that's a negative stereotype now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actual depictions of the way events occur are negative.
They're racist.
Well, he's a bad guy. Well, listen,
history is racist.
Can we go back up to that picture? Because he's a bad guy anyway, right? He's
a samurai.
Okay, he's supposed to be kind of ugly in traditional, these traditional types of comic book or cartoon stories.
Well, the funny thing is that people complained about him dressed as a samurai, and it's like, dude, if you ever watch anything with Japanese culture and cartoons, they
love it.
They love samurai armor.
Yeah,
look at the
It's
dude
not a racist
next
depiction.
to him.
Yeah, it means
No, but
something.
look at the dude next to him. Which costume would you rather be in?
That is flaming white dude. That is who that is.
Well, this character is also Japanese, and this is actually the Rising Sun.
Yeah, it is the Rising Sun. Yeah.
It's still a gay outfit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's the flaming Rising Sun actually.
Yeah.
But all right.
Yeah.
But the thing is man, that was a good cartoon back in the day, Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends. Because I used to watch that, and Iceman and Firestar were awesome.
That was one of my favorite shows. Oh, she was so hot.
I'm surprised that they didn't. There was a bunch of Puritans running around bitching about the fact that Firestar's outfit was form-fitting, and she looked.
No, because the difference was, Drew. The difference was our parents sat us in front of a TV and said, I'm going to go, see the neighbors, like it was a different world back then where, we could watch this and they wouldn't think anything horrible about it. Cause guess what? It's a freaking cartoon. Mm-hmm. Okay. Like it blows my mind, man. They just take things so far.
But at least the artists gave room for the dudes to have their junk and for her to have some,
lady parts.
Yeah, Heather, I have to say, between Firestar and Scarlet from G.I. Joe, that gave me my early appreciation for
redheads. Oh, yeah.
Does look like yoga pants turned into a bodysuit. I love Firestar.
Yeah, Firestar was awesome. And, that's another thing about Marvel. Why did they never give Firestar any love, man? She would.
Yeah, why didn't she get like a comic or anything?
That's true.
I love that character. Growing up as a kid, just like the rest of you.
Dan Slott because he killed Firestar.
Dan Slott killed Firestar?
Yeah, in the Spider-Verse.
He's a piece of shit. What did you expect?
Yeah, well.
I said a bad thing about people. I try not to do that.
Yo, what the hell?
I'm so happy I was here. I'm so happy I was here to hear that.
Oh God,
disappointed.
Dan Slott. Dan Slott is the epitome.
Sorry,
of the reason why comics are failing.
I think I'm blocked by that guy, and I've never had any interaction with him.
You're blocked because you work for Bounding, most likely. But yeah, he blockchained a lot of people. I'm blocked by him.
If you follow EVS,
nothing of value is lost.
Yeah. Oh, I promise you, nothing of value is lost. God, that guy's. I can't say it. Look, he's done some very questionable things. He's done some very questionable things. He's talked about others and way out of turn. He's not a good person.
No, he really isn't. And Dan Sloth, thank you, Defender of the Faith. That is very accurate. Yeah,
thank you, Defender
this is actually for you, Scott. We need a full series based on Baby Yoda just for Scott. Mm-hmm. I know he will enjoy it.
Yes, he would love it.
Man, Michael Wolf.
Thank you, Michael Wolf, for $5.
I thought we were tight, dude. No, it's Michael. You sent me chocolate, man, and now you're doing that to me. That's bullshit.
So Jeffrey Turner, this is great.
What's up, Jeffrey Turner?
For $2, the voice actor was Asian. Disney stupid. Yes. The funny thing too is the voice actor was actually Chinese. He wasn't Japanese.
Doesn't matter.
Oh no.
Well, the thing that's funny about it that Just Some Guy brought up is that he made it like over exaggerated the accent. Because the Chinese and the Japanese don't exactly get along.
They're not friends.
No, they're not friends.
No,
and none of them like.
So it was indeed racist.
It could be.
I don't know. Every once in a while you poke fun at Scott for her, everything. Steven.
Yeah, Steven is every ist and ism towards me that you could think of.
Sometimes
I hate him.
Yeah, he does. Don't worry, I'll be your Legolas, Gimli. I'll be your Legolas. What do you see with your elf eyes? Sorry.
What just happened?
I don't know.
I think they might have had nerd sex or something.
I don't know what
nerdgasm.
Can you put me not between them?
No.
Your hair has to stay there.
It's like the merkin I never had.
The merkin you never had? Oh, that's great.
You're a bad person.
Oh, indeed he is. How do I move people around?
Don't worry about it.
You click on them and slide. Click and slide.
Click and slide.
But I don't think you can do it. You can't do it, I don't think, with the article up.
Is this
okay? That's what I figured.
Yeah, is this the human centipede that you all imagined out there in the chat? That's all I gotta say.
Oh my God! All through you three. Holy crap! Sorry, Drew. Sorry, bro.
I'm glad I'm at the beginning of the train.
Yeah, man.
Whoa! Ew.
Okay. Disney Plus has added a disclaimer to an episode of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, apologizing for its negative depictions of Japanese characters and reaffirming the company's commitment to inclusivity and diversity.
Well, what about some type of disclaimer about sorry about how we treat one-armed guys that turn into alligators? What about sorry that we have a white Iceman? I don't know. You could do it for anything. These people, I really think comics, we've gotten to a point where the SJWs have gone so far that they're like, let's just see if these people will agree with us. Let's just see. Come on, let's see. It's a joke to them now, how far they can move the line.
Well, it's the reason why I say if you don't like something, it's so easy to get it canceled now because all you gotta do is complain once about it on Twitter and suddenly. Yeah.
Oh no!
Just think of some shit. Oh, I don't like Captain Crunch because it supports rape culture, and my girlfriend was raped. So you need to cancel Captain Crunch.
It supports pirating. It supports pirating.
Oh yeah,
you don't have to go there.
Right.
Yeah, that's seriously. That's all you need to do. You could literally get that going right now. Hashtag cancel Captain Crunch, and say basically because he's a pirate and pirates, rape people. You can get rid of it because of rape culture.
Right.
That would be the easiest thing to do that.
What if he was a privateer?
Yeah.
Well, that's when you were legally from the country of your own. But if let's say you were English privateer and then Spain caught you, you're a pirate.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, even if they just paint him as an old an older officer, veteran of wars, they would say,
warmonger.
He's warmonger. An old white warmonger, and he's a colonizer. So
there you go, colonizer. That's another reason to get rid of him. Yeah, that's all you need to do, folks.
He does have a military rank, and the military is problematic.
Yep. He's a colonizer.
Defund the Crunch.
Seriously, people, I think we should really try this. I think we should try and get Captain Crunch canceled.
Yeah.
Just because it will show you the insane stupidity that is 2020.
I tell you what, let's do it the other way.
Go ahead, Culture. I'm sorry.
No, I was going
to say someone's got to talk. I mean,
just talk, man.
Cancel the Crunch. Oh, I'm sorry, Culture. Were you about to speak?
Sorry, Culture.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Or hashtag defund the Crunch.
Defund the Crunch.
Defund the Crunch. I love that one.
All right, sorry.
Poor Culture Casino.
I'm sorry. We're done.
I'm muting.
Let's see if we can get some of the stuff that they love canceled. I think we should pursue the opportunity to attack the things that they love. What are some things that these nut bars love?
I have no idea.
Well, neither do I. Because I think they only seek to destroy things.
I'm going to go. I should go on Twitter. I should go on Twitter, Culture, be like, I saw old episodes of the L Word, and I demand a disclaimer on it.
Well, that would work. Yeah. What was the one before that I actually thought was great and I watched?
True Blood?
No. Before the L Word, it was based around men. That's gonna bother me now. But
what men want?
No.
I don't know it. I threw out something I heard.
No, but soy would certainly be something we could cancel because there are negative health effects on people.
But that's only towards men, really.
No, it leads to all kinds of gender dysphoria problems. Soy is, there's problematic because
that's why they want. Oh my God! You just answered the question of the aughts and the.
Let's figure this out. We need to figure out things that we can cancel that they enjoy. What else do they enjoy? Hair dye. Hair dye causes cancer, therefore it's problematic. So we need to go after that.
Culture.
Whole Foods. You can write that one about white supremacy because
yes.
Yeah. You could totally make it hair dye about white supremacy.
Culture. I do have to touch on something really fast. Not to
go. At least now I'm happy. Scott's between.
Not to go on a tangent, but Pizza Hut is officially dead to me because they went with freaking soy-based sausage on their pizza. I'm serious. It's called Beyond Sausage. You can order a pizza. You can order
some sausage. With some soy pepperoni.
Beyond sausage is being de-beef.
I mean, if anything's gonna be de-beef, Jesus, de-beef that. Oh man, what the hell? I mean, you can't even order Pizza Hut the old way anymore. It just say, give me pepperoni and sausage on my pizza. You wind up getting some damn soy sausage.
All right, I got to get through super chats real quick, guys. All right, Matt G for $5. What happens if you're sexist against racist or vice versa? LOL. This needs to be explored more.
Yes, it does. Thank you, Matt G.
Toxic Man Flu for $5. How about warning on Disney content? Caution, contents may not be entertaining for any age group. Okay, Matt G for $2. They're giving Captain Crunch a live action movie.
We got to cancel the shit out of that. That thing's got to go. That's a problem, man.
Dude, bid here for $2. Captain Crunch touched me here on the doll. Oh man!
Yeah,
so, where did he put the crunch berries?
I got to read this one real quick. Hang on, guys.
Go for it.
So, Toxic Man Flu is happy with our joke about canceling Captain Crunch. For $5, you can take my Captain Crunch from my cold dead hands. If you're going to cancel anything, cancel the little Irish dude and his Lucky Charms.
Nice.
There's also a lot of really great comments about green in the chat right now in regards to your pizza.
Yeah, because I mean that blew my damn mind. I was watching something the other day with my mom, and that commercial came on, and I just, what the hell did they just show us? I'm like, what is that?
Well, I mean, you got the not a Whopper. They're all going that route.
I
know. The funny thing is these people are all like, we're environment and save the animals. But what you're doing is cutting down their habitat, rainforests and fields, and building all these soy farms that are just destroying the soil. But good job, everybody. Great job.
You are consuming artificial heme that's essentially made by microbes that have not been studied for any period of time. You really don't know what the end effects of these things are bringing to your body in the future.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that episode of Family Guy, South Park, where they talk about the whole Beyond whatever?
No,
it's fucking great. Yet. You see, I'm a goo man, and that's what it is. It's basically fucking pink goo.
It is.
They put that in ground beef.
I mean, there's a.
That's food coloring in water.
There's a difference, and that's the fact that in the way that the natural cycle of the planet works, the plants and animals are here for a reason, and we have always existed on eating beef, eating natural plants. So going and eating this crazy shit, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole because, like you said, culture. You don't know what you're consuming.
Yep.
I mean that's damn scary. I'm sorry. I want to know what the hell is in what I'm consuming. Thank you.
Don't think just eat. Don't think just eat.
Well, yeah, but that's scary, Sky.
No, it's a joke. But yeah, you're right. Like I'm like
just consume.
I do a keto lifestyle because of my diabetes, and I'm happy I do it because
we go with Scott's meats.
I am all about the meat. I'm all about the meat, phallic, big meats. I don't care. I'm eating it all. And vegetables, like I stay away from processed things, and my health has gotten 100 times better because
processed food is terrible for you.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We gotta get through some of these super chats. These are hilarious. Turbis S for $2. Pizza Hut is trying to turn people into Pizza the Hut.
Yeah.
Captain Spire for $2. Happy Thanksgiving and thank you guys. Thank you, sir. Thank you for stopping by. This is funny. This is definitely right in with what we're talking about, the whole thing with vegetarianism, veganism, and whatnot. Soy farms kill rodents, small mammals, and deer.
Yep.
Yes.
And this one is great. Toxic Man Flu for $2. Does anyone remember Alestra and
Yes,
I do.
Oh, Jesus.
After high school, a friend of mine ate a whole bag of Alestra chips. And
God.
No.
Yeah.
Like on a dare? Or just
no. Like he
dude, you get up
ate
from
a whole
that
bag of Alestra chips.
You get up from the chair wondering if everybody knows.
If you've left a part of yourself.
Did I just shit myself and not know it?
Yeah.
I sharded. Yeah. Oh my God, I sharded.
Yeah.
Except
I was just gonna say,
it's kind of moist.
We laugh at some of this stuff, but the bottom line here is if it goes according to something like let's say what's on the docket for like Agenda 2030, whatever, and the government's in charge of everything, they'll be regulating people to eat this type of shit. Like
that's the thing that makes me wonder why all these companies are introducing this. Is it basically something they're trying to do for Agenda 2030 or the 2030 agenda? Is it all part of the Great Reset stuff?
That's because what I'm wondering.
The thing that I found really funny when Dave Cullen was covering the whole thing with eating insects is the future. Mm-hmm. It's like, are they fucking prepping people for this?
Yeah, you have to.
I love
about that. You have to ask that question.
I won't.
If you're not following him, you have to follow him. He brings it from a place of intellect and not conspiracy. Like he just explains, like, look, this is what we're seeing, and people keep watching keep going on Instagram, keep going on Twitter, because we're doing all of this back here while you guys are just zoned out, getting angry and trying to cancel somebody. And the truth of the matter is they're taking away your rights. They're going to feed you what they want to feed you. And again, we don't know what's going to be in it. They're going to control the population. Dude, they want to drop men's testosterone. I mean, Scott, but you've never known what you're eating, my friend. I mean, there's a certain amount of different parts of things that can be found in those sausages and hot dogs that you enjoy. Of course, and I understand that, but I actually knew that as a kid. Even peanut butter could have like a cockroach in it. I don't care. At least I know I love it. But I'm moving more towards locally sourced products.
Oh yeah,
farms and things like that. Because soon enough, some of these chains might not have beef, might not have chicken, and their excuse is the plague made us kill all the chickens.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Tyson and every other one of these mega companies, these mega food people, they're not going to let that go down. You have corporate farming interests don't support that concept. The problem, there are going to be lawsuits against these fake meats because of the long-term stuff. I mean, if you don't want GMO anything, right? You could not possibly have anything more GMO than a Beyond Meat of any sort, because they literally are introducing genetically modified microorganisms, yeasts and such, to produce artificial heme, which is the bloody part of every burger that you enjoy as a red-blooded American and other folks in the world. But that is actually we don't know what the effects of that are. We don't know what the effects of those microbes are long term. They could cause cancer. Think of all the different things we found cause cancer. A few years after people started using them, we have major issues in the world that we can't address in a traditional manner because of the fact that the things that we used to handle them with cause cancer now. So now we have a different kind of problem to deal with. Human beings are really good at problem solving if you allow them to critically think and have access to information. Right now, both of those pieces are being taken away from you on social media, on platforms like this, and elsewhere. And the pieces of information that you receive are heavily filtered there, and sometimes without context. So we're in a weird place, and I know that we're trying to move this kind of content to the other show.
Great reset.
It's fine. It's fine.
But this is what we're dealing with. So when you're presented with fake foods, don't eat them.
Subscribe to Culture Casino.
Yep. And Heather Heard What says the entire population of Texas will rise up and migrate to another planet rather than give up Cal. I am right there.
Let's do
and
it.
I will totally fucking do that. Okay.
Elon Musk will join us. He'll build the ships. We'll all go.
Raquel wants me to pull up this tweet. I need to find it. It's from PETA. And let me find it.
I'm hoping we're getting to a point where PETA is even like, all right, you can kill some animals. God, guys, stop.
People eating tasty animals. One of my favorite organizations.
Yes. I just realized, Raquel, that I am not following you, and your tweets are protected, so I can't.
He called himself out.
Yeah.
Honesty.
You believe that?
I'm following her now. So
comics. I gotta get going. It's almost 1 a.m. here, and my children will be up at 5:30. So
wait. Question.
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
Not a problem then.
Yeah.
No, it is a problem. Daddy has early shift. Mommy has late shift. It works.
I thought you were off. I thought you were off.
I am. You're never off. Exactly.
Dude, you were away for 3 months and stuff got handled. That's all I got to say.
I was away for 3 months, bro.
Yeah, things got handled.
I think he wants to stay married to Mrs. Working. So there you go.
Yeah,
dude, the boss is asleep. I'm safe. I'm safe. The boss is asleep, and I went and checked.
Balls out of her purse.
I went and checked. I walked my skinny butt across the house.
Well, all I can say is
they're definitely there. When you get to be my age, they hit the toilet water when you sit down to take a dump. So you know what I'm saying?
Just don't sit down just to pee. That's the most important.
No. Yeah. You got to cup them when you go down. I'm just giving you some information, Scott, because you're getting old now. Plus, the kids are going to make those
45,
and the kids are going to make those things drop even farther down. You're going to be tucking them into your socks here real soon. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I just want to say, Scott, it was great catching up with you, buddy. And
you too, brother.
Love you, brother.
Thank you, man. I love you too. Comics, always an honor to be on your channel.
Hey, man, thanks for stopping by. We'll definitely have to do this again.
I appreciate it, man.
At a reasonable time. On Mondays, we're doing the show at 9. So we're not doing super late.
That's even easier for me. So I'll definitely make it. And to anybody out there that has already subscribed to me, please check that you're still subscribed because YouTube hates me. I get up to a certain number and they drop. Oh man, I have not passed a number, this one number it's almost going on 6 months now. I get to it and they drop like 20 or 30 subs. I get to it, they drop 20 or 30 subs. So
fucking ridiculous.
Every time. So thank you again, brother. I'll see you probably Sunday, right? I'll see you Sunday.
I'll be there.
All right, guys.
Hang on. Go ahead and plug your stuff again real quick.
Yeah, plug yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Plug yourself.
Yeah.
Plug myself. Sporky News Podcast.
Use some coconut oil though, because otherwise,
Unlike Stephen Walton, I like to make sure I'm tight and not open to plugs. But anyways, Sporky News Podcast. Every Monday we do a Song of Ice and Fire stream because I'm supposed to be doing things about Hollywood and books and all that stuff. But most of the time on the dump and on the Humpty Dump, which is Wednesday and Saturdays, we talk about anything like this under the sun. So check me out. Check these guys out. Everybody's always invited. Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Love you, man.
Later, Scott. Take care.
Peace.
All right, let me grab the super chat real quick from Crazy Cat Guy for $5. Happy Thanksgiving, Comics Division, and the panel. He has a turkey and a pie. I cooked a turkey for the first time today. It turned out quite well. Well, congratulations.
Good, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Turkey? That's good.
Yeah. It's the turkey I had tonight was very moist. The my wife's cousin did a fantastic job. Eskimo Phono for $4.99. Hey, Eskimo Phono, how you doing? Remember start of beer bug when farms had to kill a lot of livestock? Yeah, actually I do. They had to dump a lot of milk and stuff as well. Could happen again. Hello, gents. Don't use the force. No. Don't use the force of JO. All right. So Heather sent me, or actually I wouldn't say she sent me. I crawled through her history and found the thing that she was talking about, and this is funny. PETA is mental, she says. Imagine if you were the one being stuffed for Thanksgiving dinner.
Ew. Is that a leaf coming out of his ass? It's disgusting.
Yeah. So it's a human turkey.
Imagine.
You're fucking retarded.
You're retarded,
PETA.
Yeah, comics, yes. Pretty much.
Thank you, Raquel.
By the way,
damn it.
I just want to give a plug to Raquel because she is an amazing person, amazing writer, amazing in academia. You know, we need more people like her actually in academia. It might get some people some common sense back, but you know, you can catch her every Thursday on the Pegasus Actual podcast with myself and Steven and Culture. And I can't wait for this Thursday coming up because we are going to get started in season 3.
Yeah, it's a great show, guys. Awesome. If you guys like Battlestar, the sci-fi, the Ronald D. Moore series, we have a lot of fun over there. Toxic Man Flu comes through, keeps us all laughing. Raquel's in the panel. A good group of cats that have been doing this for a couple of years. Script Doctor comes through. He's got a very unique perspective. Bear sings.
And make no mistake, Raquel cracks the whip on us.
Holy fucking shit. Hey, guys, stop real quick. I got to show you this.
Yeah,
Gary just sent this to me. This tweet is from Donald Trump. For the purposes of national security, Section 230 must be immediately terminated.
Oh, wow. You think? That's high time coming right there.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing that I think is rather interesting because if you know,
I love Jack's reply too.
Yeah, I know. Jack was so he's the first one to reply. If this is the case, if Trump is on his way out, I think he's going to pull the plug on a bunch of stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting things that happen when he goes out the door. So, damn, dude.
Wow.
Well, you know, we've talked about it ad nauseum. We all know as creators, the Section 230 protections allow these platforms to be as draconian as they want because they're hiding behind that protection. And if they didn't have it, then they would have to give us a fair shake.
Well, I think the main thing, too, is that I don't necessarily think that Section 230 needs to go, but we definitely need reform around it.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure that platforms like YouTube, Twitter, Facebook can't just arbitrarily ban people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And take their content down like they have been doing. So I don't know what it means if Section 230 completely goes away. It could be very bad. Yeah. Or it could be very good. I don't know. Well, it's something I really need to do more research into.
There's also the DMCA issues, and a lot of that too stems from, you know, comics, as you know, people getting in trouble for music, whatever, because the record companies are still banging in on that, and you know, a lot of it is from the music industry. They're cracking down, where a lot of the artists, actually, if you ask them privately, I mean, some of them are on board with DMCA, but a majority of the artists, especially a lot of the up and coming ones, or people that, you know, have had only, you know, 4 to 6 year careers and are still moving up the chain of popularity. They're happy to get people reacting to their music videos or sharing their different tracks on their channels, you know, because I mean, it's a form of publicity that, you know, I know if I were a music artist, I would be embracing that. I'd be like, you know, yeah, go ahead, you know, review my tracks, check them out, because I mean, it's only going to help you, because you're going to get consumers that are going to be like, hey, I really like that song, I'm going to go purchase that album, you know. Well, and yeah.
The most, I just looked it up just so that everybody, just in case anyone in the chat doesn't know, and to refresh our memories, Section 230 says that no provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. In other words, the online intermediaries that host or republish speech are protected against a range of laws that might otherwise be used to hold them legally responsible for what others say and do. So it could go both ways. Yeah. It could be good or bad.
Yeah, well, that's the thing too. Is like it could, censorship could get worse if you get rid of 230. My understanding is the interpretation is that you can now hold those platforms accountable, and therefore they're going to be massively censoring. So let me grab these chats real quick.
Well, go ahead.
No, sorry. Toxic Man Lou for $5. God, fucking can't speak. Toxic Man Lou for $5. I'd take Captain Crunch over Captain Adama, even if the captain is toasted wheat. Also, Trump is
2 years too late.
2 years too late.
Absolutely, Toxic Man Lou. Absolutely,
Man Lou. Yeah, I know.
I'm calling him Man Lou from now on.
Yeah, I can't fucking speak. Raquel says, "I absolutely love that you said you need to research it. It's the mark of an educated mind, and is saying you don't know or need to learn more." Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not an expert, you know. There's plenty of times I say something, I'm like, I should fucking research that real quick. Okay, yes, I am right. It's like I vaguely remember something. But yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert. It's like, you know, I've heard people talk about it, I've heard the commentary around it, but it's not something I've gone super in depth into. But my understanding, the whole thing with Section 230 is that if it's gone, suddenly you can now hold these platforms accountable as a publisher. But the issue is that I believe the result would mean they basically start censoring the shit out of everyone.
But okay, so they could do that, or they could exercise no curation or editorial control and make it a free speech platform. Those are the two options. Now, if they elected to go one way, they stay a profitable entity. If they go the other way and they essentially remove all of their content creators, and we're back to big networks and television crap that nobody wants to watch anymore.
Yeah.
So they would essentially they would empower other services like BitChute and a few others that don't practice that kind of curation. So
yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things that because I remember when neutrality was going away and everyone was like freaking out over it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what happened? Essentially nothing. Okay. I'm aware of.
Some things happen behind the scenes, and there's a certain amount of organizational stuff that went along with that. But that's you know that was step one to what we're dealing with now, though.
I agree with that. I do agree with that.
I mean, the ability of them to change the EULAs on the fly, which is what's happening even with everything now. When it comes to that, digital rights stuff changed a little bit because of that. There's a lot of problems here that we're opening up a can of worms for. But here's the thing: 230 is a protection for the platform, and they can use it. They can use that if they use it properly. The problem is they don't. They are exercising publishing control at this point.
Exactly. Which is the reason why I think the reason why he said that, because if they're exercising publishing control, then there's no point in having 230.
Well, you know, the The thing that bothers me, like you alluded to, comics, was the changing of the EULAs on the fly all the time. You know, I get that from time to time, as the platform grows.
Well, EULAs change all the time, even before net neutrality. Went away.
But just natural growth dictates that you have to change some things in your EULA. But at the same time, there's a lot of these places that are using EULAs to really turn their particular platforms into nothing more than echo chambers. I mean, if you look compared to a few years back, before I came to YouTube, before I got my gig with mounting, and I was just a regular like Twitch streamer. Twitch is a whole lot different now than it was even 3 years ago when I was streaming regularly, because you know, back then you could do a stream, pretty much speak your mind, say whatever. You know, you're not really going to get in trouble for much. And there was always the trick that if you wanted to accompany your particular stream, whether you're gaming, talking, whatever, you know, with a little bit of music, well, you could play with the volume on your Spotify, and the users could still kind of hear it quietly underneath without getting in any trouble.
Right.
You know, now, I mean, you can't even do that. You can't even play a hint of Spotify, because the minute that you do, well, guess what? As soon as your stream's done, your VOD is gone. You know, people are not going to be able to find that VOD. You're not going to be able to, you know, go and do like a re-air of that stream, because it'll be immediately like DMCA'd. It's just it's bad. And also now there's certain things that you just can't say on Twitch, where, you know, it is obviously, if you go on there, you will see the majority of the creators on there, ones that do talk about things. Gee, it's awful funny, because they talk all the particular leftist talking points, but you barely see any sort of you know, counter to that, or anybody speaking, you know, common sense on there, because
they all get firearms.
Yeah, immediately you get cracked down on.
Yeah, God forbid, no warnings, no nothing, just
oh yeah,
you got the wrong type of thought. We need to demonetize.
Oh yeah,
that's the thing that's kind of messed up.
And by the way, Drew, check out Toxic in the chat.
I have to I gotta pull up some chats real quick. Okay, so Heather heard what? If tech is a platform, they are trying to they are like the phone company. They are not responsible for anything you say. They can't censor any of it. Yeah, and that was like the point of Section 230, right? Yep. That's how it's supposed to function.
Yep, except that's not how it went down.
It's not how it went down, though. Yeah, Toxic Man Lou for $2. I caved to peer pressure. Oh, dude, that's
good job,
hilarious. That's hilarious.
TMF. Woo!
Okay, so Dark Shadow Logan says Section 230 needs to go. They are censoring not only creators and free thinkers on every platform, but the president and the press secretary, for God's sake. Check the balances, will balance things out. God, I hope so.
You know, and screw you, Twitter, for censoring Kaylee. My God, who want to censor that beautiful angel, man?
Bro.
Criticize the craze. 230 needs to be replaced with a clear definition of the rules to abide by and to have the protection. Yeah, I completely agree.
Couldn't they reorganize?
They could
retool that so easily and get rid of the lawyer speak, because that's the problem.
I mean, lawyer speak ruins everything.
Well, it does. Do you realize that if you hand someone the Constitution who has a decent understanding and of the written language and reading comprehension, they don't need a law degree to understand what it's saying and or the Bill of Rights? You don't. All of our documents were written very eloquently, and they make you feel, inadequate when you read them. But at the same time, they're written in plain English. There's nothing too deep there. And yet we go out of our way to create, legal language that really hampers people's plain understanding of what's being presented. So
are you saying the Constitution can emasculate you?
Yes, so small time is saying Twitter has the right to be jerks, though.
Sure.
Yeah, they do.
Everybody does.
But I hate the defense of
they're a private company.
They're a private company. It's like, they are a private company.
The bias is so one-sided.
Yeah, that's exactly the issue, though. Here's the thing. Okay, if I start a company and people start using it, and I start banning liberals off of it, the people are going to bitch and scream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And because they're banning liberals or undoing things to liberals, that ultimately I will be the company would be held accountable. Mm-hmm. But everyone gets.
You're talking about in this age, 2020.
Yeah, in this age, I would be dragged before Congress. Something would be done. The Democrats would probably destroy my company because
cancel culture would have done that long before you even made it to the halls of Congress.
Probably, potentially. But let's say it's a very successul platform or whatever. Like I said, it goes back to the rules for thee but not for me thing. Right. And if these were being applied to the other side, people would be in an uproar over it.
So if you're Parler, wouldn't it best serve you to cancel all the liberals on your platform?
No,
I know.
It's don't become what you're fighting against.
No, absolutely.
That's a thing that I really talk about.
You know what else? You know what else I enjoy, Stephen, is that you do have to prove who you are. For DMs and stuff like that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, no, it's fine. You don't have to. But even with the level of anonymity that I still maintain to a certain extent, having to prove myself so that I have a voice somewhere, so that I can walk into the town square and stand on my soapbox and yell, I'm okay with that. Twitter does it in its own way. I mean, they get your phone number, they get an email, they get access to other information. If you don't think everybody already knows everything about you at a tech level, then you're insane.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind a verifiable ID because it also discourages sock accounts.
Yeah.
Which is
you can't DM somebody or
you'll never have a Doomcock on Parler.
Yeah,
you'll never have, because he'd have to verify who he was, give up his anonymity. No, that's not right. I think people do have a right to protect their identity.
I agree. I like the idea of having a right to be anonymous. Some of the things that Joe Biden is talking about with online harassment is worrisome, because what is harassment? It really is kind of in the eye of the beholder. Because me commenting on somebody else's tweet could be viewed as being harassment.
Right. But their tweet, but the extreme leftists are incredibly damaging and hurtful human beings. They actually say some vile things, and they should be called to account. We should call them on every single thing. We should call them cyberbullies at every single opportunity. I was thinking about this today. Today, and I've been thinking about it for a couple days. But today, I've decided that one of the things I'm going to do every time I see something that is stated in a very hurtful and hateful way, I'm going to go after that person. Not because I'm trying to cancel them, but because I think that we have to balance the scale. This is an example of someone who you canceled or had put in timeout for a week because they used the word bimbo, right? And I know. That happened to Steve, right? And I'm thinking, okay, well, bimbo is a bread company, but okay, go for there is another term that he was using it that way, but so I can't, that's kind of disingenuous for my argument. But what I'm saying is, he called somebody a bimbo, got suspended for 7 days, and somebody uses the C word and gets 24 hours.
Yeah.
So it
all depends on who you're targeting.
And the application of these things is incredibly arbitrary. So you don't enforce the rules unilaterally. It's very selective how you do it. Selective enforcement is something that we use.
It's a problem.
Yeah, and when I mean, like, you know, one guy gets a ticket, the other guy doesn't.
I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, dude. I get the idea of discretion.
Yeah.
But selective enforcement is a problem.
Is a problem.
Yeah. So Mr. Tickle Trunk says, I'm a liberal and I agree with comics. Shouldn't play favorites. That's wrong. I completely agree with you, man.
No.
If you want like God, countless examples of selective enforcement, just go and read some of my past stories on Bounding about some of the Twitch bans that have gone around. I mean, it's absolutely stupid because Twitch has no idea what they're doing. They just like will totally ban somebody indefinitely for one thing, and then for a lesser offense, somebody gets banned. Somebody would get banned indefinitely, and then for a major offense, somebody might get like 48 hours, and it's because it's based on who you are, who you know, and how much money that you make the platform. Because countless times you see what happens with Alinity. She breaks Twitch TOS. You see what happens with Amaranth. She breaks Twitch TOS. There's been male streamers break Twitch TOS, but guess what? They don't have a lot of consequences because they make the platform an ass load of money. So they are not going to keep those people on the sidelines for very long because they want them, back in the active system because they're generating.
They make money,
shit ton of money.
Well, then here's the thing. You know how you can not be a hypocrite? Change your fucking terms of service. Allow them to do their thing.
Yeah.
That way, it's no longer a thing. It's like if you need those people on there because that brings your platform money and they're doing things that are against your terms of service and you want them to be there, then fucking change your terms of service.
Well, I know that Mixer went the way of the dinosaur. But
it's dead. Yeah.
But one thing about Mixer that I applauded Mixer for was they at least attempted to have a uniform TOS and stick by it, and and I give them credit for that. Granted, it started to lean into a bit of the heavy-handed, maybe SJW direction with some of the amendments they made to it, but by and large, they had a uniform TOS on Mixer, and I respected the hell out of them for it because unlike Twitch, there wasn't favorites played on there.
Yeah.
So I could give them credit for that.
Yeah. That's annoying. All right. So Mr. Tickle Trunk for another Canadian $5. Lawyer speak has to be complicated to be specific, though. A law that is less specific has a larger chance to be abused. See Canadian Bill C-16.
No, I understand what you're saying, and to a certain extent, Mr. Tickle Trunk, I agree with you, but it doesn't have to be complex language. It can be written plainly and still be specific. Like Stephen Walton.
I'm looking up C-16. What?
You're a very sloppy person. No, but see, that was specific language, right? I mean, and I could have used the word slovenly. You don't have to use a bunch of Latin. You don't have to include a bunch of caveats. You can say this is illegal, except in these instances. That's it. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to make it overly flowery. My goodness.
This is the bill that adds the gender expression and identity to
the Human
Rights Act. That's what that one does.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I wasn't entirely
sure.
So
here's the weird thing about that. I don't even want to get there. I
invented words? Is that what this is about?
Yeah.
It's basically making, I think, in a nutshell, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Tickle Trunk. Basically, if you misuse someone's pronouns, you could be arrested, I believe. It's a violation of human rights.
Well, that arresting officer would need some common sense kicked into his animal.
It's the fucking law, man.
I identify, just so everybody knows, I identify as a tax-exempt billionaire.
Sweet. I identify as John C. Holmes before the virus.
Yeah, I identify as a lesbian technically trapped in a male body.
Eating Cheetos.
Jesus.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Cheez-It.
dude. Oh, he's eating Cheez-Its. I love Cheez-Its.
I identify as a carb-based life form.
Do you ever
toasty?
So when you run out of counters when you're playing Magic the Gathering, do you know what you use? You use Cheez-Its. You can use the regular size Cheez-Its, and then you could have if you're playing Magic and you have to spawn something, you could use the giant Cheez-Its as 3 monsters. So it's freaking awesome. Cheez-Its are universal.
Mm-hmm. Ballistic man glue for $5. Medical records are worth 17 times more than your social security number on the dark web.
That's true.
I wouldn't use Google Fit or Apple Health Kit.
No,
I don't. I actually, let me find it here. Hang on, let me dig around for it real quick.
Anything that says
17 times more.
Nah, shit's in the other room. I actually bought a regular watch, and I'm not going to wear my Apple Watch anymore.
You are traded. Do you realize how many times a day you are traded, Stephen Walton?
No, I don't feel like no one touches me that often.
Okay, well, not like that. But your information's passed around from these megacorp to megacorp all day long. You are one giant. You're just a data file, and your data file has value, and it's valuable as a consumer. Well, of course, they call everybody consumers now, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. It used to be used to be a not so flattering term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it still is a not so flattering term, in my opinion. You used to be a customer. Yep. And now you're a consumer.
Now you just consume.
Yeah. So essentially, Stephen, you're traded back and forth every day. Amazon is happy to have everything they know about you, what you've bought, what they know your proclivities, sir. If you a certain kind of, if you like Astroglide, they know that's your thing.
Is Amazon hot?
Yeah, whatever, man. The KY stuff that you enjoy. They know for sure all the stuff that you have, and they're happy to pass that around. So and when you're talking and your Alexa thing goes off, if you have an Alexa, I'm going to say Alexa many times, so all of your Alexas go off. Anyway, if you say that, you're giving them even more information all the time.
Yes,
you're delivering constant stream of information.
Right. Fucking crazy.
And we've been doing it for a very long time. That's what data scientists do. They develop algorithms to comb through all that information so that they can parse out what and who to send you to. Have you ever been talking about taking a trip to Vegas and mysteriously you get an email about going to Vegas, or there's discounts in Vegas, or you get an Orbitz ad, or you get something else? Guess fucking what, dude? You're listened to constantly, 24/7 in every way. Your emails are parsed. If you have a Gmail account, I shit you not, they are looking at every fucking email that you have.
Damn.
They are.
Yeah, the only
I need to stop using Gmail. I really do.
Yeah, Hushmail is probably the safest, but Gmail is
I know Gmail, a lot of people use Proton Mail.
Proton works as well. Yeah, Proton, Hush, a few of them. Yeah, there's a few out there. Or you can just host your own mail server.
Yep, I used to do that, but Google was convenient, so I stopped doing it, and I might start doing that again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back there. Yeah,
okay, so Mr. Tickle Trunk says Bill C-16 introduces compelled speech laws into Canada, all because it wasn't specific enough.
Oh no, I understand that, Mr. Tickle Trunk. You're right. Yeah,
that is fucking scary.
And here's the thing. In this country, you try to whoop that out, the Supreme Court will slap it down like a $3 hoe on nickel night, because that is not free speech at that point.
No, it is not.
He also says Alexa is literally out of 1984.
You are 100% right. Dude, we have the best chat in the freaking universe. You guys, we are better together as a community. Because we can slap down this stuff. We can add to each other's opinions. We can inform each other's opinions. We are in a unique position. They don't like that.
Well, Well, that's what's so great about our group of friends, about our community, is that it doesn't matter the politics. We've got a nice blend of ideas coming from every type of sphere, every sort of direction. And
you mean it's not an echo chamber?
Yeah. And
whatever will we do?
And we take and together we could take the best of those and really help one another out. And that's what's so good about it, because hey, listen, I know there's some things that some views I have politically that maybe like Raquel doesn't agree with, and some views maybe she has that I don't agree with.
That's the thing, is we're allowed to disagree. This is the thing that is so fucking insane. Where we are in this modern time is the fact that we used to be able to go, I disagree with you, and we part ways. Now it's like, if you don't agree with me, I'm gonna get you fired from your fucking job. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna ruin your life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ruin your life. You will never ever be able to afford a loaf of bread again. That's what I want. And it's so messed up.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, so many of these sheeple are eating this stuff up and dividing themselves. In the meantime, Raquel and I are as close as family. She and I can have disagreements, but I love her like family. And she does with me. And
she's also nice though. Like she'll whip your ass or school you a little bit, but it sounds good. So
here's the thing: Ruth Bader Ginsburg was best friends or very close friends with one of the conservative judges. I can't remember his name at the moment. He died. Scalia. Thank you. They were complete opposites, but they were good friends.
Absolutely. Polar opposites, because guess what? You want that. You want the ability to talk to someone else and disagree, because it reinforces or enforces or it introduces
changes
an ability to change in your opinion. Yeah. And often you can get somebody to give ground if they're actively listening.
Well,
go ahead.
You also want to, especially with the Supreme Court, have people that do have different opinions and views.
Yeah, you do. You absolutely do.
Yeah, that's critical.
Yeah,
and you want them to be adults and be able to hold up a blank pad of paper when questioned about if they had notes going into this stupid thing.
Right, because when it comes down to it, their personal bias shouldn't matter. Their interpretation of constitutional law is what matters.
No,
and if you can have people from different perspectives come together and both interpret the constitutional law as the way it was meant, set down by our forefathers in a modern situation, then I think that reinforces what it means, what that law means, what the Constitution means. So I'd never want an echo chamber ever in the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying that I was correct, but the language was so loose it ended up being the first instance of compelled speech in English common law countries. That is
intense.
Frightening. This is something also, which is very true coming from Alexander. Lesbians no longer enjoy protection from SJWs. SJWs demand lesbians like penises or be proclaimed TERFs.
What?
Yeah.
No, Alexander is not wrong. In fact, Tim Pool interviewed one of the forefronts of that argument. And I'm forgetting her name, but she's great.
It's that one YouTuber.
I can't think of her name either.
I think I know who you're talking about. He interviewed her earlier in the year, I believe.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, they were all talking on election night. Yeah. She was there for election night.
Afro Kuma, hello, Mil Karen. What's up, my man? He's hilarious, man. Every video, I get the Mil Karen joke. Doing pretty good. Yeah. Declare's Dungeon for $5. Finally here for another live one. Hail Ballistic Mangaloo.
That's a fucking great name.
I love Toxic.
Toxic, you are the man. But
I said that wrong. Delcar's Dungeon. There we go.
If we get to a point in this country where you have compelled speech laws.
Alexander's saying it is Ariel.
Yeah.
Ariel Scarcella, I think is her.
Ariel Scarcella, thank you. That's her.
Yeah, she's great.
I mean, if lesbians like the D, I'm kind of happy with that situation. But I'm not going to compel them to like it. You know?
Well, that's the thing too. It's like if you're a lesbian and you're not into
pre-op transgender dudes.
It's like if you're not into chicks with penises, you're transphobe essentially.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
No, man. She's like, what the hell are you talking about? It was great. Her interview and the multiple times that she's been on with Tim Pool now, and just her approach to the whole thing. She's not wrong. It's like, stop making me out to be something I'm not. It's like
it's the same thing as when someone gets peer pressured to date someone due solely to their race when it's not their taste. You know, like let's say I like Asian chicks and I get told you're not allowed to like Asian chicks. You should only be dating white chicks. You know, for whatever reason, or shaming me because I'm not dating. But they're on
the way back there, dude. 64.
That's been a thing for like 10 years.
1964 to 1968, we made the most progress when it comes to civil rights in this country. And it was on the backs of a lot of hard work from people on both sides of the aisle, although there was a lot of resistance to what is considered the blue bloc Southern Democrats at the time. Now, nobody likes to have that conversation that it was the Democrats that were blocking civil rights, but we'll skip along. We get to a certain point in this country where now, instead of the desegregation that we went through, they want to segregate us all again.
Yeah.
F you very much.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, and Mr.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say he makes a good point. The normal trans people look at activists and shake their heads, but don't speak up for fear of being cast out of trans friend group.
Yeah, it's weird, dude. It's really weird.
They're already under enough pressure. They don't need that shit. Like, I just want to understand why people want to use these different groups as shields or weapons to push their freaking belief systems. Like, leave these people alone. Let them be what they're going to be, like we've always done.
But we have an amazing. Oh no, we've learned a whole lot. We've evolved, Stephen. But we have an amazing fourth waiver in our group. Yeah, Carrie Howard is an amazing person and very willing to talk about the struggle of gender dysphoria and the struggle to get where she has gotten now. And it's been a challenge. You know, and it's one of those circumstances. I love from the very moment that I joined this community, I supported Kiri. It was really easy. It's a no-brainer. You know, we have the diversity in this community is ridiculous. You guys have no concept. And so
it was the same thing with Comicsgate too, when it first got kicked off. And of course they just focused on saying, oh, it's a bunch of cis white het males, you know. They have to see it that way. You know, and the reason why they have to see it that way is because they can't attack us if they recognize how diverse the group is.
Just because we're talking about this very thing, I'm going to let y'all know. I was going to leave it a surprise until the book actually came out. But the opening to the Fandom Menace Volume 2 is a declaration from Kiri about why she's a part of the Fandom Menace and why she doesn't want to be used as a shield by activists like this very thing.
See, and Kate brings up a good point. Brandon Straka nailed it in debate. All about the money, to say the least. Yeah, exactly.
So one thing, it didn't make it over to StreamYard because it was censored and I had to uncensor it. But Del Car's Dungeon said, "Oh crap! Now I gotta fucking find it again." Basically, holy shit, I got it right on the third try. Oh, it was pretty funny. It's true because my dyslexic brain is slow sometimes. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing that drives me crazy about this stupid propaganda is the fact that if they acknowledge that there's POC and gay people within a specific movement that they want to deem as a hate movement, they can't deem it as a hate movement because it has those people in there. It immediately defeats their argument by calling it a hate movement.
Yeah.
And here's the weirdest thing. We accept everybody. Yep. We're a big lunchroom. I keep saying it. Stephen Walton gave me this idea that we have all these lunch tables to sit in this lunchroom. 1000% right. Everybody's welcome here. Come sit down at my table. I ask Stephen. I go to everybody's table. I'm a table whore. Whatever you want to call me. I will come and visit your table. I will sit down on your live stream. I don't care. I have a great time. I want to talk to people. That's how we communicate. That's how we learn. That's how we grow. And you know what? If we can get together and have a meal or a chocolate chip cookie, like I just polished off 3 chocolate chip cookies. But if you could do that,
ass.
I know, dude. Well, yeah,
it's going straight to his ass,
dude. You know what, Steven? We'll see you someday, my friend. But anyway, I love it. There is nothing better than talking to people. There's nothing better in the world than communicating with someone else.
Absolutely. And that's one thing I love about this community too. I go on a variety of streams and I've built such wonderful, like, naturally diverse friendships by just being a part of this community.
That's not true, Montanui. You are totally a valued member of the chat. Absolutely. And I'm highlighting you now. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the other one because for whatever reason it was censored, and again I can't pull it up. He says, "I'm just the guy who says dumb shit in the chat." No, you're not.
No, you're not. Cool. No, you're not. Everybody in this chat is awesome. And we all add to a conversation, and that's what makes it. That's what really makes it for me. The reason why I kept hanging out in these chats for so long until I eventually made a channel was because of the conversations that would be had in the exchange of ideas between different people who all had common sense, may have different backgrounds, cultures, beliefs, political persuasions, don't care about politics, whatnot. We all have common sense. That's what's the most important part. If we can come together and discuss things that really matter.
Yeah, exactly. Whether you're a progressive, Kennedy Democrat, an old school person, an America First person, or traditional conservative, it doesn't matter. That all goes out the window. It's the fact that all together, all of us, our ideas, we're the common sense movement, and that's what's important, because we level the playing field from the stupidity that's out there. So that's why every single person in this chat is important. And that's why all the people in the community with different channels, and even without channels, just getting your voice out there is important, because you're spreading common sense. And it's like Raquel alluded to, you're spreading love and uplifting people.
I want to spread some love to Ballistic Man Glue.
I'll spread some love to you, baby.
We're going to read some super chats. We're going to move on to the next topic. So, Ballistic Man Glue for $5. Take my rights, take my speech, take my right to free thought. Okay, I can live with that. But if you take my Captain Crunch, it's on like Donkey Kong.
Cancel Captain Crunch, guys. Let's get it going.
Oh, yeah.
Cancel the Captain.
Mr. Tickle Trunk for Canadian $5. Temperamentally, I'm a progressive. In practice, I'm a centrist. I'm center-left liberal. I love the left and right and libertarian lunch table. You're open to ideas and genuine.
Sweet.
I mean,
brother.
I as I always say, man, we need both the right and the left, because they both have good ideas and they also have really bad ideas. And it's not good to have a monopoly on certain ideas, because you need to see the counterpoints. And I always like California is the reason why we need to have
excellent example.
Both the left and the right, because right now it's in the hands of the left and it's completely gone to shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. Also, Mr. Tickle Trunk for another Canadian $5. I watched Closer Here Comics, R&B as Gary, Lorena, Midnight's Edge. So many different people with different angles. What we are isn't important as who we are.
No, absolutely. Who we are is. Yeah. No,
absolutely, man. And like I said, it's I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what your political leanings are, as long as you're a reasonable human being, is what it really kind of comes down to. And that's the way we should approach it. I mean, we should always be able to deal with the fact that, yes, there's somebody out there that we disagree with. We may have abhorrent ideas, but maybe we can reach them by having a decent conversation.
Yeah.
A lot of people who were once racist left those thoughts behind.
Oh, they did,
because of interactions with people. And Daryl Davis is a perfectly good example of that.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Right. And Mikhail Wolf's right. I mean, this is the perfect vehicle for everybody to get to know each other. Whether you're on the stream or in the chat, you get an opportunity to get your voice heard and have this as a vehicle is amazing. What's being done with this vehicle is complete dog shit, but it is what it is. Oh, and just so you know, this episode of The Mandalorian will be the longest one we've had in a while. So really, strap on your boots.
Thank God, because they're getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Nah, dude, not only that, you're getting Dave Filoni on this one, baby. He's whooping out the soy sausage. I'm just saying.
Oh boy,
are you guys ready, folks? Because we're getting a second season of Picard.
It's not Picard. It's
Picard.
It's a clone of him. No, not even a clone. It's an android of him, but
still
is an old man.
Then this goes right back to the conversation I love to have every time. If they transfer your consciousness, you're dead. So you've died. He's dead. So Picard is not alive anymore. We now have robot Picard.
Yep.
So he's no longer himself.
Pretty much.
So when we reach the singularity, understand this. While you think you might still be alive, what made you died when your body was toast. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a philosophical discussion that people will argue with me all they want to on this. But what was you is no longer you anymore. So, and every time you get beamed somewhere in Star Trek, you're freaking dead.
Oh, here we go with the teleporter thing.
I love the truth. I'm sorry, tour part 2. Star Trek Picard season 2 starts filming in January. Confirmed star. Actor Evan Evagoria, who plays the character of Elnor on Star Trek Picard, has confirmed the show will be filming season 2 in January of 2021.
He's the elf.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
He is legless Romulan.
Yeah.
Legorilem? We need to come up with a better name. I don't know.
Legolas.
Legolas of Romulus.
Legulus.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
How about irregular P patterns? Star Trek Picard star Evan Evagoria has confirmed that the second season of the sci-fi series will begin production in January of 2021. This show on CBS All Access spinoff continues. Sorry, my eyes are kind of fucking up at the moment. Continuation. There we go. Of the widely popular series Star Trek Next Generation. Yeah, Next Generation was widely popular. Picard is not, which ran from 87 to 94. The show incorporated the older characters from Next Generation, but also introduced several new characters to the story. On Star Trek Picard, Evagoria plays the character of Enor, a Romulan who previously has been abandoned by the character Picard.
That terrible white male. How dare he abandon that elf? That poor elf had to grow up on his own in an alien atmosphere.
Yes, the spin-off Star Trek series starring Patrick Stewart as Jean-Luc Picard, JL Picard.
No, he's not. He's an android now.
Was supposed to be filming in the summer of this year, but like most television shows, Picard was delayed due to the COVID pandemic. Since that delay, very little information has come out about Star Trek Picard Season 2, although Star Trek projects like the animated series Lower Decks have proceeded with development and production. Yes, because it's a lot easier to do an animated series during the COVID. Let's see. Hang on, let me scroll up. I got some super chats I don't want to lose.
Sure, buddy.
All right, right there. Okay. In an interview with trekmovie.com, Evan explained that he knows the show will resume production in January, but he does not yet have a specific date. Despite the uncertainty, Evan seems very excited for filming to begin again. He mentioned how much he has missed his friends from the show and how he can't wait to see the cast and crew again. And he basically has this quote here.
So before the show went to utter and complete trash by the end, I allowed myself...
What are you talking about? It was utter and complete trash in the first episode.
Okay. Well, the first 2 episodes is like a whole nother series. That's another... All right. You're right. It's garbage. I couldn't even cover the whole thing. But the one guilty pleasure that I tried to take away from it was Elnor, because it was so out of place. It was just like of everything bad going on.
Dude,
that's the one thing I can just laugh at.
I could never really take the character seriously.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to.
It's like, who drops a fantasy elf in the middle of Star Trek? I mean, it's just goofy.
Alex Kurtzman?
Yeah. It makes zero sense. I mean, I can't take the character seriously.
What pisses me off is like, in a world of phasers, why are you using swords?
Well, I can't take the character seriously as a warrior or anything else.
Not the fucking Romulans, man. The Klingons got the battle. They can use melee weapons. I totally get that.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with
the fucking Romulans. Come on.
Based on the shooting schedule, I'm going to give you some good news. You're going to get 10 episodes of this.
Well, supposedly, there's another rumor out there, to piggyback on this comics that, supposedly he's going to have a run-in with Worf.
Oh, great. Is he going to talk about his white privilege? Is he going to scream at Picard about his white privilege?
Well, no. Elnor and Worf are quite possibly going to spar or have a fight, whatever.
Hold on, we talking Michael Dorn.
Yeah,
Mike.
I like that music.
We're talking about pre JJ Klingons. Are we talking about real Klingons?
I don't know, man.
No, they're not going to put that gunk on them.
If they alter Worf's appearance, man, I am just gonna.
I love Michael Dorn's Worf.
25% different Star Trek.
That's the last fucking straw for me. I already was pissed off about Data, but man, they go and do that. Oh fuck, man. Well, I already don't like this show.
But CBS saw the writing on the wall at the beginning, which is why they excused Chabon from being there till the bitter end, right? And on top.
She looked good in gold paint.
And that's why they brought in a guy whose show they were killing in MacGyver to Matalis to come in and run it. And they know that this is a limited series run because they're only going to from everything I'm led to believe, there's only 3 seasons of this planned. So, but this next based on what we know, it's going to be 10 episodes long.
Will it be a consistent narrative?
No, they're actually. I heard rumors, and again, I'm going to say this: rumors, salt, that they're going to bring in someone from outside of Starfleet as it exists now.
If
Mikey Spock.
Oh my God, are you fucking serious?
No.
They do that. Forget it.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait for more Seven of Raffi. Can you believe that forced lesbian relationship they threw in at the end of Virtue Signal real quick?
I mean, it's
hot. All right, I have to chase this one up again. Ballistic Man Goo for $2. But we can all agree that Discovery sucks, right? Yes. I think we all can.
Yeah.
Picard
you should. Terrible. There are some people that like it. Apparently, there
are people that lovingly call it STD. Lovingly.
Yeah, I have sat there and just watched one episode of Discovery, and that was with you, Stephen. And my God, I couldn't ever watch another episode of that.
That was it, man. That was at the bar scene and the killer ice and all that. I was done, dude.
I was done.
So
all right, let me grab the super chat real quick. That's my foot over $1.99. The neurotic school of reading. Just kidding. I am worse, dude. I am worse than Gary when it comes to reading stuff. We also have Commander Ed Stark of Shadow for $5. I remember the Captain Chronic logo Did I read that right? Captain Chronic logo in the Counter-Strike. My favorite handle, your mom and the crack. Your mom and the crack who what's that?
Contract those two together.
Crack whore. Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought he was getting at. Your mom, the crack whore. Yeah. By the way, Star Dread, Picard elder reviews.
For sure.
Fucking A, dude. I hate that show. Okay.
It's
mainly because I was such a fan of Next Gen, and to see what they fucking did.
Yes.
Yeah. The last two seasons of Next Gen were trash, but yeah.
What?
I know. Sacrilege. I know.
You got some questionable taste now.
No, DS9 was by far my.
I love DS9.
No,
confirmed. Worse than Gary.
Deep Throat 9 was good. Big fan of that.
I'm doing. I might do a retro review of Deep Space Nine. I love that.
But yeah,
I'll bring you in, culture. Jerk
it's
off.
called Star Trek Diarrhea. Yeah, it really is.
You're not wrong.
Here's the thing. I could rationalize Discovery as not existing, okay? Because it's one of those things they can go, not canon, over and done with.
Well, let me.
It's a little bit more difficult with Picard because it's actually. It's
you're
actually
still
Picard.
living. Yeah, you're still living in those characters.
I want to answer.
Gross.
I want to answer the question by Disease. There, he asked, "What's worse, new Star Trek or new Star Wars?" And I can honestly say now, at least with the Mandalorian, you've got something that is watchable. Okay, Discovery and Picard is nowhere near watchable. Like, you just want to either A, check out, or B, just bang your head against the wall would you watch it, because there's no rhyme or reason to it. It doesn't stimulate your mind as a viewer. It doesn't keep you invested as a viewer. It is just completely nonsensical. At least with The Mandalorian, it's trying something.
Disney Star Wars is like getting hit in the head with a 20-pound dildo. And Kurtzman's Star Trek is like it's slowly being used on you. Then that's what makes it worse, because it's drawn out and it's serial. It's garbage. It's just saying F you to the fandom, F you to everything that built this show and made it what it was. The production value is shit. And they're unabashed about it. And it's not at all what previous Star Trek was, which is something everyone could enjoy. It gave different perspectives. Yes, it was progressive in its thinking. Yes, absolutely. It had a very forward, bright future that it was trying to present. Discovery does not. Star Wars is just it's a movie franchise, and those movies were awful, and they hurt a lot. They were heavy hitting punches of suck, and it spawned a hashtag and a whole community of people speaking out against woke entertainments because of those movies. But Star Trek is still rolling. Like, where Star Wars, you could tell that they've been hurt so much that they had to do something like The Mandalorian to make something that kind of looked like old school Star Wars to try and save some grace and make a little money, because they've been killing the franchise. Star Trek, for whatever reason, is just woke speed ahead, and it's serial and it's laid out.
Yeah,
I think it's more dangerous to the franchise, to the existing fan base, and to the culture that it's supported, represented, promoted over the past 50 some odd years than Star Wars. So I think Star Trek is worse.
So apparently Raquel thinks I need to start reading super chats in a deeper voice, because make Stephen read the super chats in CC as well. Listen to the broadcast instructor. They read beautifully in a deep voice.
I like
that does sound very sexy.
Hey, Raquel did not suggest me because my voice sucks. So
Raquel, Wasteland 101. I almost said Raquel 101. How long until these channels start being massively shut down for hate speech, negativity spreading, and anti-multiculturalism?
It already happened. It's already happening.
Yeah, I would say it's already happening.
Yeah. my God, some of the streams that I've done together with Wes, I'm surprised that they were even allowed to air. I mean, just the topics we were discussing, and I will rail against this until I'm in the grave. I am of the mindset that, by hook or by crook, I'm going to die free, and that's the way that it's going to play out. Yeah. I don't care what they try to do to take my freedom away. I will speak up and I will fight against it.
Well, I mean, there are people out there that basically believe that we should probably be put in gulags. Because they basically said, how do you redeem half the population, or how do you re-educate? I think is what they said. Half the population, and then someone said, "Well, that's what gulags are for."
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
Hang on, I can't read it because it got censored real quick. But Commander Ed, is it Starker? Yeah, Ed Starker of Shadow. Comments division. Sorry, super chat censor wouldn't let it through. The word horror through. Okay, yeah, I get it, dude. I'm just slow sometimes. That's why I have these beautiful gentlemen with me.
It's Turkey Day. Everybody's a little slow.
I'm slow every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes more slow than others. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's as far as the whole thing with shutting channels down. I mean, it's not that far away. We've already seen it, and the reason why they've kind of backtracked on certain things is because I know that Black Pigeon Speaks got censored. Did Sticks get censored at one point?
Sticks and Hammer? Oh, I'm sure he's been censored.
But it's like we saw Josiah get demonetized.
Yeah.
And all because he was basically giving opinions that they didn't like. We are not that far from channels being wiped off the platform because they have the wrong opinions.
Yep.
Yeah.
And certain people have their ways. Yes, there will be gulags where dissenting views and opinions. They will stick people in there because they don't like who they voted for.
And
if we are not careful, that's where we'll end up at.
I had to laugh at Alyssa Milano tweeting that thing out where she's like, "Oh, in the spirit of unity."
Fuck off, bitch.
Now that we won. Now that we won.
I was just laughing my ass off. Like, I'd love to see, if you maintain this attitude.
No. She would be going ape shit if Trump won.
Oh, yeah.
Well, even if true evidence of massive improprieties, actually comes out and people are like, holy shit, we get a truth bomb, these people are going to melt down again.
Yeah.
And and I want that to happen because I want to see the meltdown. I'm here for that party. Oh, believe me, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. And here's another thing too. Like, the stream has been demonetized. We got the yellow dollar sign. As always, I think I've only had 4 streams this year that have not been demonetized.
That always happens to me.
Yeah,
I've given up at this point.
Yeah.
Sometimes it will get remonetized, but yeah, I mean, it's a perfectly good example of the whole censorship thing.
It is, and again, it's because these platforms, big tech, they don't like dissenting views.
No, they don't.
Big tech chose its side. It's with the globalists and extreme leftists, and they are going to double, triple, quadruple down on that. They are on the side of, having a say in global policy. That's what, a lot of these tech companies are looking to be in on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
I mean, there's always industry involved in these types of organizational governments. They become part of the machine.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. Is it when governments like these rise, it's not a time of peace.
No, it is.
Well, here's another thing too. And sorry, guys. Normally I'd say this for the other channel, but this is something I feel that's important to say, and it's something I will be talking about on the Great Reset as well. What's the first thing that Biden's going to go after?
Oh, guns.
Yeah,
guns.
exactly.
He's
The
already
reason
doing
why?
it.
Yeah, he's already doing it. And here's the thing: if those get taken away, if he succeeds in taking away your AR-15s, because he wants to have better O'Rourke, as his guns are, and as we all know, hell yeah, we're coming for your AR-15s and AK-47s. Then what's to stop them from implementing any kind of crazy thing?
They can do whatever they want.
In order for them to implement the Great Reset in the United States, they have to take guns away.
Yeah,
They
don't let it happen. Do not let it happen.
They want people to be as helpless as possible, and in a position where they are dependent or living in fear, preferably both.
When
they already started the living in fear part because
of COVID.
If you notice the whole propaganda campaign on television perpetuated by the mainstream media, you get that every waking moment during the 24-hour news cycle. So you got that, you got people telling you, which if you use your common sense, you use your brain, you guys know that when they say, oh, there's so many new positive cases, well, guess what? Positive cases do not equal a death sentence.
Well, here's the thing too. So I was Googling around. I was really wanting to know how big of a difference between the beer bug is between the flu, and so I did some Googling around, and again, it depends on what the numbers actually are. The number of people who died from the beer bug is only double of what the flu is. And again, we all know they're padding numbers. So how much?
Well, how many? I have to ask this question. How many people died of the flu this year?
Well, that's something we talked about.
Oh, I know.
On Monday.
Yeah, I know.
The number is really low, and there's a reason for that. It's because most of the flu diagnoses are being rolled into COVID.
That's exactly why.
It's not the fact that you're not hearing people say, "Oh, well, it's been an eventful flu season." You're not hearing anybody say that. You're not hearing anybody talk about the flu because, all those diagnoses are being rolled into COVID or automatically assumed.
Dude. You die in a motorcycle wreck right now, you're getting COVID.
And it's bad, but I just get so frustrated because and it's gotten to my poor mom because she being a senior citizen, she's a little bit more impressionable right now, and given the stuff she's facing, her condition, and she sees something like that on the television. And she gets freaked out and scared that she's going to catch something and die, and it just it sticks in your craw and sticks in your head. Now, those of us that have common sense, we know again that positive cases do not equal a death sentence. But I think it's completely irresponsible and evil the way that mainstream media spins it, trying to make that conflation in people's psyche that, hey, when you hear of a positive, you're going to die.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, before we move on, I do want to mention Coleon Noir's channel. If you have not subscribed to him, check him out. He talks about gun control, guns, fellow Texan, so represent. But he has a very good video that you need to watch where it talks about what happened after they banned guns in Australia and how crime spiked and all these things happened. Mm-hmm. It is a warning to us here in the United States to not let this happen because they can basically steamroll you at that point.
Yes.
They can, it's crazy. The reason why we have guns and the left always mocks us for this is to fight a tyrannical government.
And isn't that crazy?
And here's the thing. As soon as those things go away, your government can become anything it wants to be. and we can have perpetual lockdowns. You know, all this stuff, the Great Reset, all this nonsense. We need to make sure that we protect the First and Second Amendment. The main thing is that the Second Amendment protects the First and all the others.
The Democrats have been pissed off since they lost that Civil War.
That's the whole reason, comics, that, you know, people that enjoy liberty and freedom, period, you know, create state militias. There's a reason for that, because, you know, guess what? If the shit hits the fan, state militias can stand against the tyrannical government. That's what it's there for.
And Mana says that's the problem. It's going to happen because people are friggin' stupid. And here's the thing, man. One thing that I'm hopeful about is because gun sales spiked so much this year. There's more new gun owners out there, and I'm hoping that they want to protect their newfound right. And it's the reason why we need to say these things. It's the reason why I talk about this, because I feel it needs to be said, because my voice, you know, and others out there that have the same opinion need to hear the ears of the people who don't understand or are ignorant to understand why we need these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is very important. It's insane, the fact that because of what happened a couple of years ago, that oh shit, what was it? I'm totally blanking. New Zealand surrendered their gun rights because of one mass shooting, because of one fucking asshole that killed a bunch of people. The entire country said, "Go take all of our guns." That is ridiculous. It's sad that tragedy happened, but it is ridiculous that people were so willing to give up their rights.
That's a hell of a national virtue signal.
Yeah,
that is. That hurts them in the end. We can't. Having an armed population is good for a couple of reasons. People don't want to invade a country that has an armed population, but also it does.
Stage 2. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I want to get a point out there. Please finish.
Sure, but it also keeps to a point. It keeps the government in check, and they can't outright steamroll us, as Comics was saying. If they're dealing with a population that will and does have a history of rising up for their freedom.
And stage 2 of that plan would be to remove posse comitatus from it means that the military structure, the armed forces cannot rise against its own populace. They would seek to remove that.
What is that called again? That was a mouthful.
Posse comitatus. Posse comitatus.
Posse comitatus. Yeah.
Amadeus.
Anyway, it's like I said, I have a whole thing planned out to talk about gun control on the second channel. So
that's
sorry for the divergent conversation, folks. I know we're supposed to be talking about entertainment, and we keep getting kind of delayed.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
You have phones, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, back to the article. Star Trek now sucks.
Yeah, Star Trek now sucks.
Film at 11. That was like it's like a news break.
Yeah. All right. In the interview, Eva Goria also mentioned that he has a few ideas for how Star Trek Picard season 2 can be even better by pissing on more people from Next Gen and have them hate on Picard as well, I bet. His biggest idea, bringing on Patrick Stewart's longtime friend, Sir Ian McKellen. Why does Sir Ian McKellen need to be there?
If it was a cool character, if it wasn't Kurtzman Trek, if it was incompetent writers that respected the legacy and the lore and the fandom and what made this thing great, I'd be like, I want to see Ian McKellen again before he passes on. Love that.
He will be. He will be Picard's lover, is what it will be.
That's what I'm saying.
It's got to happen, whether it's a villain or a commander or something. He needs to be in it. Eva Goria says. He also stated that he would like to see cameos from other Star Trek Next Generation characters like Geordi and Worf.
like what we wanted in the first place?
Yeah.
And you said you were doing this? Okay.
Well, at least 7 of 9's gonna bang. That's
Aunt Raffy gonna tell you, girl. She's gonna tell you.
She's back. Ryan's back.
Let you know how it is.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna have herself
just in case
you be a scissor party.
Spoiler alert. Ryan's back this next season.
Ryan?
Yeah, that's
Jerry
her name,
Ryan.
right?
Jerry Ryan.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like Jerry Ryan.
Yeah.
She's a little cray.
She'll be back.
Yeah, I guess, man, she still looks smoking hot. Anyway,
I get it. Yeah.
Evagoria says that as an actor, he feels his Romulan character Elnor has a lot of narrative similarities to the Klingon character Worf.
No, you don't.
Give the insight into the alien characters that were previously unfamiliar. Oh, damn, that is not a Romulan. I'm sorry.
There's might have been a way to present it. If you were going to, it would have to come out of something like the Tal Shiar, someone who's like an assassin, special weapons,
Well, they already fucked up the Tal Shiar at this point. I mean, they fucked up the Romulans. Romulans are like my favorite race in Trek. Yeah. And I am just so fucking pissed about what they did. Irish accent speaking Romulans. What the fuck is wrong with you, Alex Kurtzman?
They don't care about Star Trek.
The Romulans from Next Gen were amazing.
They were. They were some of my favorite episodes. Especially when they had the chance to bring what's her name? The actress who played Tasha Yar. When they had the chance to bring her back, even though it was kind of crazy the way they did. But I was like, okay, fine, she's back. Let's do it. There was a lot of great Romulan episodes. The Klingons are my personal favorites, and I'll tell you what, Elfnor.
There we go.
Lorgulus. I'm coming up with something better.
I love the Klingons, bro. That's why I can't watch Discovery. That's why Discovery season 2 was it. I could not make it all the way through. They continue to trash time crystals, man.
The Kardashians are my second favorite.
I like the Cardassians.
I do too. I think the Cardassians were another really good race.
Yeah. If they could get a Kardashian or a Kardashian to play a Cardassian, that'd be awesome.
Battle ass Cardassian, yeah.
No, but seriously, I really like the Cardassians as well. I think they are another really great race. I for some reason I really like the deceitful, sneaky species and Trek, and that basically is the Romulans and the Cardassians.
Ferengis.
I don't trust Kurtzman.
I like Quark. Quark was great.
I like Rom. I like Nog. I like the Grand Negus. I like Grunt. I liked all they were some of the funnest aliens for me in the entire Star Trek universe because they were a lot of the base emotions, a lot of the base perspectives of a patriarchal society and extremes, from like a reflection of some of the worst ideas of patriarchy.
They really kind of are.
But at the same time, it's like what Jadzia Dax says in the series. Once you get past that, they're actually kind of likable, and that is the truth. But you know where Quark's coming from. He's in it for himself.
Oh yeah,
but he also has a line that he doesn't cross. There is a moral code that he has. It's just not ours. And so I wouldn't trust Kurtzman to touch anything at all dealing with Star Trek, anything more. And there's no comparison between Elfnor, whatever this thing is, and Worf. His story was rich. It was tied into several different characters and their arcs, and the weaving of what took place between the Federation and the Klingon Empire through two different stages of good Star Trek. No.
So apparently Kurtzman was also the writer of the 2007 Bayformers movie.
I don't care.
I do because I was.
Are we talking?
I'm a huge fan of Transformers, and I don't like what they did to them.
I don't like what they did to them. That first one was okay.
Sorry.
It was okay.
It was okay.
It was okay.
No.
Okay.
No,
the second one was when they started screwing up the mind.
This is my reaction to Bayformers and G.I. Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me that I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I'm a producer too, guys. You know.
I should give you producing credit. Evagora says, I think I actually might have said it finally right. I keep wanting to say Evan Longoria.
Evan Longoria or Eva Longoria. Either is fine. I would
rather picture her. Can we picture her?
Yeah. To play Lame-a-Loss, as Kreese pointed out, is Dumacox. Dumacox? I have Dumacorn on the brain.
Dumacorn. Doomscock. There's a Twitter account for that now. It says, as an actor, I read that. Worf. Alien species. Looking forward.
No, we're not.
No.
That's all there is to the interview. Do I really need to read this last paragraph?
No.
If you want to.
No. I guess I will.
Don't
excitement for Star Trek Picard Season 2 is understandable. No, it's not. And many fans feel the same way. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
We really
don't. Who? Talk to those fans. Interview them.
People. Okay, you know the people who hate Star Trek. They're the ones who are excited about this.
Yes,
this show.
Yes.
I would say the show. It's really this shit is what it is.
Okay.
Fortunately for us, a January production date means that the viewers will have to wait several months before the new season comes along to answer their unanswered questions about unanswered questions on Picard. On the other hand, this confirmation from what's his name, Evan Longoria, is at the very least a sign that the show is still alive, unfortunately, and that Star Trek Picard Season 2 will come out later rather than never. I'd rather have it be never rather than later.
TBS, just give me a Sutra series in its own universe. That
Kama Sutra.
That hot.
Watching the show is like slamming your dick in a drawer.
What was it?
It's not that fun.
She's not that fun though.
You're right. It's not.
Not that fun.
The Kama Sutra, wasn't there a Cinemax show culture that was that?
I don't know, but I'm gonna try to deep dive that and find out. Do some
research purposes only. Yes.
Look, I'm going to tell you something else.
Research and masturbatory purposes only.
One of the reasons why they can move forward on this show, despite its shit reception, was that California granted them another $20 million plus grants for tax abatements for their production in California.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fuck California.
Oh man.
So here's the thing. During the COOF, what did they do? They sent millions of dollars to death row inmates and other criminals in the form of the stimulus checks. And then they top that all off with, giving production credits, tax credits to these productions to have them make garbage that we don't want to see. Awesome.
Yay.
Great use of funds.
Yeah, great use of funds. Well, it's almost been 3 hours, folks. I think we got distracted. Shall we cover one last article?
Just sit right back.
At this point, my ass is numb, so it doesn't matter. I can't feel anything anyway.
Yeah,
you couldn't feel anything before, Steven.
Yeah. When you wax right here, do you have to numb that ahead of time? How do you do that? Is this like nose strips? Do you use like old nose strips, like they used to clean your pores? You do that how do you do that? How do you ruin your beard like that? I just want to know.
Do you not trim your beard because you're afraid to cut off the last lip that you have? Is that how that works? You got a Muppet mouth. Every time you talk, it's like looking at a Jim Henson Muppet.
if you want to go back to the trees, my friend, we can.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
That's harsh. That's fucking harsh.
Damn.
All right. Up getting actual. The real question is, will Neurotic finish his Picard Season 1 video out before Season 2 starts?
Yes, probably.
Yes, probably, but I quite frankly don't blame him if he didn't. I literally stopped reviewing the series.
Me too.
Like, in the middle of making my review for episode 3.
Damn.
You can't. I didn't even make it that far. The first episode, I was like, oh, I felt like somebody just like removed kidneys with no anesthesia. It was
like
terrible.
I think I made 2.
Like I said, watching Picard for me was like slamming my dick in a drawer, and I had to watch it 3 times to make the fucking video.
I tried Cover Discovery this year, and I made it through 1, and then I watched the second one with Drew and a couple other Bear and a couple other people, and then I made another video saying, "Guys, I'm sorry, I can't do this.
I can't do this.
I can't do this. It's so bad. I don't."
I cannot watch another episode of that. I mean, that killed brain cells for me. It was bad.
It kills your enthusiasm for living. Actually, I think is what it does.
It kills my enthusiasm from like the things I loved in my youth because they keep getting destroyed by these talentless hacks.
It does.
Fuck, dude.
It does, because you watch an episode of that. The first feeling I remember when that episode was complete, I was just like, my God, it was like complete despair. It was like the first thing that I felt, because it was like, what the fuck did I just see?
Well, here's the thing. It's like I actually tried watching Empire. God damn it. I think it was last year. Mm-hmm. And all I heard was Gary in the back of my head saying, "Can you really watch this knowing how it's going to end?" I'm like, God damn it, Gary. Stopped it, ejected the disc, put it back in, and I was like, God damn. Maybe in a decade when I'm not so angry.
Oh, dude, I don't know. No, there are certain things I just can't watch anymore. Stuff that I loved. I mean, it's already been. It was like retroactively ruined. You know, I can still enjoy the first 6 episodes of Star Wars.
Yeah,
I can to a point.
I agree. I agree. I think with comics, if I separate it in my mind, I can somewhat still enjoy watching the first 6.
So
but
just
knowing how it ends, it's
just pretend that in your mind's eye you're Icheb, and that problem was resolved for you. You can't see anything anymore.
Like I said, it's not totally ruined because I went out and bought this the other day. I saw Boba Fett at Target, and I'm like, yes, I know, I realize in some form or fashion I'm giving Disney money, but this is a fucking badass action figure, guys. Check that shit out.
You gotta love the Fett.
Yeah.
Do you want a Fett helmet? I'm working on Fett helmets right now.
I don't know.
You're making Boba Fett helmets?
Yeah, I'm working on those right now.
I still like my Gina Solo.
Yeah, buddy.
Gina Solo.
Yeah,
Gina.
It's Gina Solo.
So
yeah, is that actually Gina, so I can't tell.
No.
Yeah, so the Fett helmets feature a removable rangefinder that you can actually articulate up and down. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
I have my Ray. I'm happy.
However, fortunately, nobody has fucked up G.I. Joe yet.
Wrong.
Sure. That's the thing, comics. You know, we've been reporting on that.
The new universe coming out.
God damn it!
Snake Eyes.
I just picked up Gung Ho as well.
Awesome,
nice.
Dude.
Yeah, but they're ruining Snake Eyes.
God damn it! I forgot about that stupid movie. Why did you bring it up?
Sorry.
Well, you know, hey, I wrote a couple stories on it.
Yeah, you have. I've read them, and I'm like, I immediately put it out of my head. And yes, the fact that they're casting Snake Eyes as an Asian dude rather than a white dude, it's just like, you guys have no fucking concept.
I mean, listen,
I love cultural appropriation.
I can speak on this. I'm Asian. I like good Asian characters. But man, you don't do that with Snake Eyes. You just don't. Snake Eyes had his own unique origin, his own unique way of going about things. He did talk. I mean, he was just a badass. Mm-hmm. He was a very interesting character. And, you know, if anything, it was a very, great honor Like he was able to train in ninjutsu in a dojo where they didn't readily accept Americans, much less much less just traditional.
I remember that now. I remember
traditional white guys.
Yeah.
So if anything, he had a great origin, and they're gonna seriously throw this all away to say, we needed Asian representation. He has to be an Asian guy because of that.
They have it. They have it in the show. They
had it already in Storm Shadow. They had it in characters like Jinx and Quick Kick and people like that. And that's what pissed me off so much about the fact of the way the new attitudes are, and they say, there was no representation before.
Dude, it was like written by an Asian guy. I mean, come on.
G.I. Joe was the most diverse comic series you could watch on television.
Yep.
The team composition. You had men, you had women, you had people from every stinking background, every nationality. It was a multicultural team. Mm-hmm. It was a multinational team, and it was awesome. And for them to just blindly feign ignorance and say, it was this or that, or it was just blatant patriotic propaganda. There are people, and I promise you, chat, if you go, later, if you're just sticking around on YouTube, if you type in the words G.I. Joe intro, and go watch some of the old intros to cartoon, read the comments on the bottom of it, because no lie, there are people bitching that it's too patriotic.
Jesus. Well, real American hero right there, man.
There are people saying, "Oh my God, that's pure propaganda. What is this?"
Yeah. So the gay rascal saying in the comics they have ruined G.I. Joe. Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Larry Hama, unfortunately, he got on the woke train and he did a lot of weird shit. And
Larry Hama has bent a knee. Yeah. He absolutely has bent a knee already. He's like, it's okay, blah blah blah, and I welcome it. And oh man,
he's a bitter old fuck anyway.
Yeah, he is, and it's like, dude, if you were making a royalty check for all these characters, you wouldn't be bitching.
Yeah. I thought we never saw Snake Eyes' face. You did at the very end of the series. They actually showed his fucked up face at the end.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. It's just, it's maddening. And, I wanted to see G.I. Joe make a comeback, but it's not going to be anywhere near what it was able to be back then.
It could be.
Because
with the right people in charge.
Because, man, I used to like the dynamic between Flint and Lady J. That was a case where she didn't carry Flint's balls in her purse. No. They worked together. Mm-hmm. They worked together equally to accomplish missions.
There you go. That's Snake Eyes. That's what he looks like.
Yeah, there was never. There was never a case of that. Duke and Scarlet.
They were partners, Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like you said. She was running around with his balls in her purse.
Right, it wasn't like Culture in his band.
Yeah, the Destro and the Baroness even on the other side.
But now if they do it, they have to be simping.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jesus, Baroness would be in charge of entire Cobra organization. I mean, it would be
even in the cartoon she would do shit to fuck with Destro too, because that's the kind of crazy bitch she was.
Oh, she was. She fucked with Destro big time. I just I was watching an episode the other day. I watched that weird one where they wound up in an alternate reality, and
the Baroness was like in love with Steeler.
Yeah, I know.
And the real Steeler wound up staying behind because he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go and
I get to bang the Baroness.
Right? I'm gonna stay.
She knows how to treat her simps.
Yep.
Yes. You know, there's Hasbro plays G.I. Joe, guys, if you don't know, on a YouTube channel.
There's a constant running stream on Hasbro's G.I. Joe channel.
Mm-hmm.
If you just go on there, you can watch episodes of G.I. Joe. It's great.
In the Navy.
Aziz is not wrong.
In the Navy. In the Navy.
That was the thing in the
I liked Shipwreck, by the way. Shipwreck was a great character.
He was great in the cartoon.
Yeah, those are great characters.
Dude, Village People were great. I mean, think about it. There's 3 amazing songs. Macho, macho, macho.
Yeah, you can't say that now.
Whew.
Nope.
We just found out that culture is metrosexual. Whatever happened to that word? Remember that was a thing? Like, what was it 15 years ago that was a thing?
More than that, dude. Like 20.
Was it? Really?
Yeah.
Cab, please tell me in the IDW comics how in the hell they pulled that off. How did a new Snake Eyes somehow have the original's memories?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. So what happened is Larry Hama killed off Snake Eyes and G.I. Joe, Real American Hero, and then his brain, not necessarily his brain, but his consciousness was transferred into this female character.
A brain transplant. Yeah, I saw that in Friends. It was amazing.
Yeah. I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, how?
Well, they killed him off. Well, here's the thing that was really dumb. Okay, because I actually got the issues and I read them. They killed him off. There was like his understudy who was training to be a ninja under him. Mm-hmm. Went through the exact same accident, became mute, and put on a new, the hood because he got disfigured too. It's like what the fuck? And then you find out that his consciousness was transferred into like this female ninja body, and it's just like,
what the hell? What? Why? Jesus, man!
What are you fucking smoking, Larry?
They may as well have just like built the new Snake Eyes like Serpentor, for fuck's sake. That would have been at least more believable. Jesus.
Yeah, it was really dumb. I was funny. I got the reading. I was like, what was the point of this? You basically just made Snake Eyes 2.0 exactly the same as the original Snake Eyes. Why did you kill him off to begin with?
We just got to make him a chick.
Yeah, and then they made him a chick.
He's Matt has said, "Got to say it while I can." Yo, Joe was one of the lamest battle cries ever.
Yeah, it was, but at the same time, so was Cobra.
Yeah, let's do it.
Snork Eyes, G.I. Joe and Snork's crossover.
Let's do it.
That's fucking great.
That's funny. That is funny.
I'm surprised we haven't crossed Wookiees with like Care Bears.
Aren't those things called porgs?
No.
Ewoks.
Yeah.
No.
Ewoks.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, are we?
I think we're done.
We are.
Wrap it up.
I went from this really great high, and then you guys G.I. Joe'd me right off the cliff.
All right.
We lasted longer than Scott, and that's what matters. Well, actually, everyone lasts longer than Scott. So.
You would know.
Well, that's why you got to, go jog or ride a bike or something.
Get the heart
pumping. The debeefing, right, Steven?
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Well, let's go around the horn.
Yeah, let's go around the horn. Let me grab the super chat as soon as it pops up. Null White for $2. The Viper 57. The Viper 575. That was a great episode. Barbecue. It was barbecue, right? That was the barbecue episode.
Yeah, I'm sad. I'm sad about that, Cab. Kill off all the Asian people. Fuck that.
All right. We'll start with Culture Casino, who did not glitch it out at all today.
He wasn't.
Yeah, no robot voice for culture. I like it.
All right.
Sorry, that's my Brad Pitt. Anyway, hi. I'm Culture Casino. I have a beautiful YouTube channel featuring me and my hair. And you can see me do things on my channel, usually business-oriented entertainment talk. In fact, tomorrow, I try to predict what the amazing human beings that entertain us all weekend long are going to be talking about all weekend long. I call it the Friday pre-flight. So you're welcome to join me. It's midday or 11 a.m. Pacific, or I think that's 2 Eastern. I'm trying to do math with time zones. That's not me. For the rest of you around the world, I can't help you. I don't know. Someday I'll learn Greenwich Mean Time, and then everybody will be happier. But
nobody will be happy.
No. Are you sure? Anyway, and then I really want to say I really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you all had a lovely holiday if you're here in the United States and you celebrate it. If you're around the world and you celebrate it, I hope you had a good holiday as well. Check out some amazing creators that we've added to the roster recently, like The Place to Be Reviews. Be sure to support our friend Wes Moody because he desperately needs some subscribers. He is criminally undersubbed.
Yes, he is.
And so is Final Death Star, who, if you want to enter the Nether regions, he's got a show all about it. So check that out. They were talking about Skywalker Ranch or something not too long ago. I think it was
Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah. So you can learn all about Lucasfilm apparently there. I don't know, but check that out. And if you, otherwise, come back to my channel, by the way, guys, because guess what? You got unsubscribed. A whole lot of people did because I was getting close to 1,500 and I went hard in reverse. I do not know what happened today. I was moonwalking all over the place.
I've been same thing.
Bueno. Yeah. I'm not a big channel, so when they take away a couple people, I cry at night into my pillow, so the boss doesn't notice. It's not good.
The one thing I thought was pretty funny is like someone actually unsubbed from my channel announcement video because of that. It's like, what did I possibly do to offend somebody with my announcement of the Great Reset channel? So, what the fuck?
Toxic.
It's weird. People,
I'm telling you, when you get to the point where you can braid that, you go Terminator X on that thing. I think that's going to be, you're going to get subs like crazy. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Little Static X action.
Yeah.
Crazy Cat Guy.
Terminator Exit.
Crazy Cat Guy for $5. The super sticker saying, "Great job. Thank you, sir." Next up, we have author Stephen Walton, the man, the legend, the weird things between his chin and his mustache.
Isn't that weird?
Weird.
Yeah, dude. So there's like a girl in your life. She pours like red wax on your face, huh?
Man, I just don't want any speed bumps when I'm licking. Hi, guys. Thank you very much for coming to the show tonight. Had a great time. Thank you, Comics, for having me. Please subscribe to all these wonderful people on the panel. YouTube purged a bunch of people from my channel too. I was allowed myself to start feeling good because the numbers were going up, and then they just took them right away from me. So please make sure you're still subscribed to your favorite YouTubers. Happens all the time. I've been unsubscribed from Doomcock. I've been unsubscribed from Gary. It's crazy. I don't know why it happens, but it happens. Also, if you could, your favorite 2 or 3 YouTubers, if you would share out their videos or give them likes, make sure you leave comments. I know we have a big community of people here, and we support a lot of one another, but that 1, 2, 3 that you really enjoy, that you watch every day, just make sure to help them out with their content, because we don't have an industry support us. We have each other, and we rise together. The Phantom Menace Volume 2 is in its last week of funding. I'm at 103%. Thank you to everyone who backed the book. Please go check it out on Indiegogo, The Phantom Menace Volume 2, Rise of the Rebellion, if you have not. And if you like audiobooks, there is a Phantom Menace Volume 1, A Phantom Betrayed audiobook narrated by Robot Shlomo of Midnight's Edge. Go check that out. Next show I'm going to be on is going to be Rogue Entertainment. That's going to be on Jane Theory's channel. We're trying to get her some watch hours, so please, if you haven't, check out Jane Theory. Watch a couple of her videos. I'm sure you'll enjoy them and want to subscribe. But if you are subscribed to her, we want to get those hours up for her. Also subscribe to Final Death Star. And Ord's Board's trying to hit 1,000 before the end of the year. So if we could promote him, that'd be great. Yeah. Thank you guys very much for being here. Be good to each other. Wash your hands. Wash your ass. Peace.
Hey, Steven, I just figured out ladies have to say things like I have the weirdest rash. Like it's a weird shape.
What?
What the hell?
Because
I see what he's getting at.
Yeah, it's got to be. They're like I itch here and here, but I don't itch here. I don't understand it. I don't know what happened.
Dick.
Well, I don't know anything about that. And you're on, Steven. I mean, thank goodness.
Well, I guess it's little old me. Hi, guys. I am Supreme Heretic, aka Drew Taylor of Bounding Into Comics. I also have a YouTube channel. You can come by and check out on Thursdays, the Pegasus Actual Podcast, where we talk all things Battlestar Galactica with the wonderful Raquel Briggs, author Stephen Walton, sometimes Jane Theory, sometimes Script Doctor. We got Bear that pops in from time to time, and we have the great Culture Casino. I also plan on having comics on there at some point to come on and join in the fun with us because he likes BSG as well. And I'm trying to line up some good guests for this coming season that we're going to be covering. We're on season 3 right now. So check it out next Thursday, 9:00 p.m. I'm the small channel in this bunch. I only have 346 subs. If anybody wants to help make that number go up, it's always appreciated, never required. I'm just happy to see your wonderful virtual faces in the chat. And I appreciate everything that you do for the community, your personal support that you give to myself, my mom, in these rough times that she's having. And, I'm just happy from the bottom of my heart to interact with all of you. And I plan on doing some other stuff with the channel. Haven't quite decided yet on the other content I want to put on there. But every so often I do random streams as well where I talk about what's going on in the world. So look out for those. But those are usually impromptu, and those are whenever the hell I damn well please. So, check that notification bell and check me out. Please do, because I enjoy seeing new people and interacting with.
Check him out if you like Asians.
Yes, I am the token Asian in this community, the tattooed Filipino. So,
all right, everybody. So I'm going to be dropping a link to the Great Reset channel that I have. So one thing I want to share real quick, just because I'm in the middle of working on it, and I think you guys might find it interesting. Can I actually share the app? Oh, I fucking can't. I don't want to share my entire screen. Anyway, I think I could probably drag this over to the other one. So one of the things I'm working on, I mentioned the whole thing with gun control, and so I'm kind of working on a song that involves it. And I was going to share that real quick. I don't think there's anything incriminating on here. So with audio, not really a whole lot to it. Oh, crap. Where is the thing? I think if I hit pause there we go. That's all I got at the moment. And if I can actually get this to size right, I can get down to the sequencer and unmute this. So you can kind of hear what I'm working on. Anyway.
Dude, this makes me want to go clubbing. What the fuck? we got some EDM flavor here.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm working on some stuff.
All your intros sound like porn music, bro. What's up with that?
Wasn't it like porn music?
No, I would have. God, man.
But anyway, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking a lot of video clips from people who are talking about gun control and whatnot, and splicing it in. And so it's going to be one of the videos where I highlight all this shit with gun control. And I've been using stock music that I found off of Evanto Elements. So I'm actually trying to get some more original music that I'm actually.
No, it sounds good, man. That sounds really good.
So
yeah,
anyway,
I dig it.
I was working on that for like an hour before we started streaming. So that's all I got tonight, folks. I'll catch you next time. And I really need to create like an outro. Until then, we have this.